arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring. Let the light of spring illuminate our path.
May all be blessed with a golden harvest. Fallen leaves on golden winds sing of autumn's arrival.
Though winter falls, we yearn for spring stirring, Florian and I.
Together, we'll brave winter's embrace.
By spring's light.
In the name of autumn.
Hidden blossoms.
Fruits of our labor.
Welcome to the final day of Golden Hour Cup 2026, where 64 teams from each nation, from Nepal and from Bangladesh, were having battle against each other for this glorious victory. That's the day today where the finalist and the champion will be decided today. And once again, in the caster decks, I'm Sudan Rai from Nepal, and with me there's Walker Maywood. So Walker, how much excited are you for today's matches?
Yeah, I'm so excited. And once again, today is the final, the big day, the big game in the land of Dawn. And once again, Bangladesh versus Nepal. Maybe it's Cockatiel Supremacy. Maybe it's Yama Esports. But it's all about the old, gentle rivalry. Usually, I say whenever I'm in the commentary box, that is Bangladesh versus Nepal once again. Golden Hour Cup 2026, powered by Mobile Legend. Bang bang. Moving on to the drafting section, but before that, I guess you guys are having watch party without Walker. That's not good, you know. Jokes apart, moving directly to the drafting section, and here we go. Starting things off from the Cockatiel Supremacy. Nothing is new. YSS banned. YSS has been banned out from their side. The master of Mountain Shocker, you know, the Korean boy, just getting banned in the land of Dawn. And in the other side, the Valkyrie goddess Freya has been banned out also. So yeah, well, the regular bans are coming out, nothing fancy at all. So what will be the first pick? I guess the first pick is for the Yama Esports. So what do you think? So just give a perfect guess.
Oh well, there are a lot of heroes. Which I mean, it's not that predictable for this tournament. Like the players from this tournament, the Golden Hour Cup 2026, they tend to pick anything unpredictable. Sometimes they even pick the meta heroes. Sometimes they pick
Mhm.
their comfortable pick. So yeah, they are banning the jungle. So maybe Cockatiel Supremacy, they might go for Sora as a first pick. That's my first guess for the first pick. But anything can be picked here by Cockatiel Supremacy.
Oh yeah, they had a lot of options, and here we go. Kia with the Violet Princess. That is Guinevere. Just picked up, making his appearance in this game with Guinevere, which is a very good pick, that I would say. But I was expecting to see Grok. And all right, so in the other side, 73% win rate. That is Claude is picked by Hybrid and Lux with the Zetian, and like the last game, we were about to see the perfect combo between Isan Shen and Zetian, but in the end they just got messed up very badly. But still, Zetian is not only the perfect damage dealer for the late game, but also a good exposer with the ultimate, the Phoenix Rod. It can be devastating in the late game, and the damage is so insane, especially whenever you are just so done with your itemization, especially in the late game, she could burst you out. All right, so here we go. Sorin, 33% win rate. That is Uranus, and in the meantime, Hercules with the granny. I mean, usually she just don't look at granny at all. She's so young, but still, I guess she's more than 100 years old, if I'm that's not wrong, in the land of Dawn. And she's the grandma of Gushen, and what is her name? Yes, Ammon. That is Valentina, the copycat. Like sometimes she does better than the real one, especially with the ultimate. I get confused. I saw a lot of times in my commentary career, like, uh, you know, Valentina does pretty well with the copy ultimate than the real one. So yeah, that makes sense. So from their side, they also banned out Basha, and in the other side, Fanny has been banned out because they know like Kia could be devastating with Fanny, even every single assassins. So okay, so Yabi with a list. Picks are going quite tricky, that I would say. Especially, I'm just so confident with that Claude and the Zetian pick. So then,
Yeah, obviously Claude and Jatian, they have been performing really well during this tournament, as well as they have been performing really well in a few metas earlier too. Here we can see Elise, and okay, they are going for the ban of Carrie, even though Carrie wasn't having good time earlier. Yesterday we could see two games where Carrie was the MVP of the game itself. So maybe the curse have been broken yesterday. Here we
yeah,
can
exactly.
see Zoe getting banned. So yeah, both of these teams are respect banning their opponent's jungler. We can clearly see that.
Absolutely, and still, and I guess there's a one more ban to go from the Yama Esports side, and it could be, uh, they can go for the roamer, I guess. Still, Grok is quite open, so it'll be their chance. And if they're just willing to play Grok, that is still open for from their side. I mean, the Cockatiel Supremacy. Let's see which hero they're gonna ban. Okay, so they have banned out Hayabusa. I guess they have started very well, especially, they started Kia very well. Personally, I'm just thinking that like seems like because they have already banned Hayabusa, and also Fanny banned out from their side. Like they know how he could be with every single assassins. So yeah, And then the other side, here we go. There's a gathered culture has been banned out from the side of Cockatiel Supremacy. Bans have been done from the both side. Like five bans are just quite done here. Like two to four more picks to go. And I'm just wondering for Cockatiel Supremacy, will they go for any marksman or they will go for some, a sustainer in the XP? Like still a couple of options left. Like if I speak about the goal lane, there is still a chance for Lapulapu to come out or even Ruby. Sometimes Harith is still open from the side. So it could be anything. Like Incon could go for anything, whatever you want. Like people just love to play, EXPs or rather than having some marksman because recently these metas players don't love to take it to the late game. They just want to finish as early as possible. That is the key strategy of Mobile Legend Bang Bang 2016. And still, I guess today we have also giveaways, 5,000 diamonds. All you just have to do, share this stream to your timeline and spam your UID. Plus, don't forget to mention your friends, which is not a part of the like the procedure, which is not a part. But still, I'm just saying like you could just mention your friends and let them watch. And Mobile Legends is so active in your region, especially in the Nepal and Bangladesh. And if you can make them happy, I mean Mobile Legends, I mean Munchun, then there will be chance for something big in Bangladesh or even Nepal. So don't forget to share the stream and support every single social they has.
Yeah, and okay, talking about let's get back into the draft. There was favorite pick coming out from Yama Esports, and for Cockatiel Supremacy, I'm not sure why they are picking Hilda because Hilda, I don't think she can harass that much against the Fredrin jungle who have been picked up by the side of Yama Esports. Yeah, obviously, and we can once again see the Granger coming up from Bangladeshi team. Yesterday, the Granger from maybe Defame. That was Defame where Granger was signing very brightly. Yama Sports with another pick that will conclude the draft of the first ever game of grand finale of Golden Hour Cup. And okay, Khalid is a very great pick against Hilda. I mean, yeah, both of the picks are similar to each other.
Absolutely, and the comparison has been set from the both side, and let's see which team has the last laugh. From Casadeska, I'm Walker Memo, then with me Sudin Roy is here. It's all about the final, Cockatiel Supremacy versus the Yama Esports. Bangladesh versus Nepal, once again in the land of Dawn. And I guess you guys are so excited to see which team will grab the victory and take the trophy to home. And in-game live scenario, I'm directly moving on to Sudin Roy.
Yeah, we can see this is the best of seven series. So any team who wants to get the victory against each other, they have to go. They have to win 4 games in total. So yeah, that will be hard. That will be the long session. Even for the players, their mind might be exhausted. So it's not only the game about the skills and teamwork. It might be also the game of the mind. You have to have those strong mindset to win this best of seven series.
Absolutely. So nothing fancy is going on here in the land of Dawn, and every single jungler from the, jungler from the both side, they're just eagerly waiting to get to level 4. And here he goes, a hybrid versus dash. Little catfight is going on, and from the mid lane, Hercules just trying to get some vision and some cover for his team, and just trying to help Guinevere to get firm. And look at the damage. The early strike for Sorian almost took Luke's. Took a huge chunk of his HP, but like Khalid's second skill is capable enough to give him a decent regain. All right, so here we go. The bashes with the axe, but not enough to take someone down.
Yeah, obviously, and so far we haven't seen any fight being initiated on any part of the map. And yeah, obviously, the first turtle will be that might be the first battleground. Obviously, most of the time in the land of Dawn, yeah, the first turtle is where the fight begins and where the snowball begins for one of the team. So let's see. There's the Kia who have started the turtle dance. Achilles trying to zone out the player. That's Yave.
All right, so turtle is just getting reset, and All right, so the Fred has been taken, and Hercules might be in trouble with a very low HP. And here we go, the Phoenix Rod almost taking down, and the first turtle is taken by Kia. Fight has been engaged, and Kia's kill has been taken down by the Cloud. And Incon in the meantime, seeing the kill of the Luke. 1-1 from the both sides. Perfect equilibrium, like we can see in the very first game here in the Golden Hour Cup.
Yeah, obviously, both of the marksmen were the one who secured the kill against each other. But then the turtle was the trade which was won by team Cockatiel Supremacy. By the way, that was a beautiful rotation coming up from both of the goal laners right after the first turtle. And yeah, obviously both of the marksmen were able to keep the trade equal in case of the kills.
Absolutely, and still, and Hercules just moving here and there, especially checking the bushes. But I'd say, like, it's not kind of like necessary to give unusual vision. Sometimes it costs a lot. Whenever you're just playing roam and giving unusual vision, then you might get caught very easily by your opponent, especially by the hand of the jungler. And in the top side, the Incon and Void just try to get some farm very quickly, edge as much first as they can. Especially it's because of Claude. It's quite essential for Claude players to get DHs as early as possible, because it is the first key item that every Claude player should have to hit the minimal power spike with the fire rate. And that is what Void is trying to get, like beating those minions. And in the other side, if I just talk about Incons, like totally based on the Sky Piercer stack, especially after the revamp of the Grandeur. So he will just strike a little bit, especially like whenever it's about the lane cleaning. Okay, so Lux with the slashes. In the meantime, Rhapsody will be taken down by Incon, and that is Lux, who was victimized by the hand of Incon. 2 kills in a row. That was nice.
Yahweh, but he's still struggling to get near to the turtle pit. But okay, meanwhile, there's a pulse being initiated by maybe one of the team. But okay, maybe it could be. It could be any of the team, but looking at the comfortness of the Cockatiel Supremacy, they just took down one of the player of Team Yama Esports, and they were already initiating the turtle. So maybe the pause was initiated by Yama Esports. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be. It could be, like anything. Like it could be a technical difficulties or something like that. And I guess Nepal is having a very bad weather right now, as I heard from the streamers and all. All right, so. Like, if we just talk about the drafting, so what do you think, Sudin? Like, which team will get the upper hand? Like, it's so easy to say like one thing. If you just focus on the late game, then obviously Yama Esports will take the advantage, especially when they have the Cloud. Like in the other side, like Cockatiel Supremacy, their lineup is just quite a bit early lineup that we could see, especially Incon. Incon is very good in the late game. Like I'm talking about Grandeur. If you could hit your Sky Piercer perfectly, then Grandeur is, like he's so perfect in a late game or even in the mid too early. It just all depend on the stack. But if you lose some of your stack, then obviously it could be a little bit troublesome for you. So fight has been taken once again. Q Chung is dashed with a huge amount of HP, and in the meantime they also secure the first TR1 from the top side.
Yeah, that's once again a good trade by the side of Cockatiel Supremacy. Yama Esports trying their best to defend mid lane tier 100, and once again they might be having the fight, but okay, that's not a good idea for Yama Esports. Lux was forced to use his Raging Sandstorm defensively. Now they're trying to go for the invasion against that purple buff of Yama Esports. Will they be able to secure? Okay, the retribution was dropped down. Maybe that was once again, maybe that was Kia who took the purple buff, I guess, because there was Yama nowhere to be seen.
Oh, and it's raining here. I'm in Bangladesh.
That was Yahweh.
Yeah. Never mind. So I was talking about the rain once again. Okay, so Void just putting a little damage to Dash, but who cares? Dash is a walking fountain. All right, so there is no intent to take fight. I mean, from the Yama Esports side. All right, so there's 6 minutes running in the Land of Dawn, and seems It looks like a dash with the Oracle and a hybrid with the Oracle as well. So let's have a look at the itemization. So we could see some items that they have built. All right, so starting things up with Incon, Sky Piercer, Hunter Strike, and in the other side, Quad with the DHS, and way to make, I guess, a Golden Staff, or it could be the Corizon side. It could be anything. And in the top side, and like the best part of their team, I mean the Cockatiel Supremacy, Dash is everywhere. Like not only he just just securing his lane, but also he's also helping to invade for his team. Whenever a Uranus is like standing in front of you, it just no need to do anything. Just like do your stuff. Uranus will soak up all the damage, and in the meantime, Incon once again strike hard, and this time it's Lucas. And also Void with a very low HP might be in trouble, and yes, this time it's Dash.
Yeah, Yahweh, low on HP will still get chased by four of the players of Cockatiel Supremacy. That's Mega Kill being secured by Incon. He wants more. He is looking for double, and he will secure the double against Yahweh from Yama Esports. And that might be 50th is tag for Incon for now.
Yeah, we could see the instant replay. So here is the answer. Like Cloud tried very hard to execute a perfect blazing duet, but the main point is not enough damage. Oh, double kills once again. Way to get some more, but not enough momentum to take the triple kill. And I guess they might take the Tia 2, especially from the mid lane. And seems like they're just losing it very fast. I mean, like they're just getting no chance. Yama Esports, like since the very first beginning, they're just getting dominated by the hand of the Cockatiel Supremacy, especially not only the neutral objective, but also they're losing everywhere, especially in the team fight. Like this situation can be twisted, and like seems like everything is just getting overwhelmed for their side.
Yeah, and okay, Cockatiel Supremacy, they are trying their best to burst out that holy defense from the top lane before they take it down the Lord, obviously. But yeah, Yama Sports, they are not trying to give it away for free. They are trying their best to defend those holy defense from out of the lanes. But according to the Drake,
All right.
yeah, that was nice pick against two of the tanky players. In fact, there were two of the players who the frontliners of Yama Sports. Three players is standing. They might be forcing towards the base of Yama Sports. Hybrid Lone SP will force to use his violent. Sorry, that was the first skill of.
All right. You know what? Like the way boys are like striking the team. I mean the Yama Esports feels like they're just being hurried to go home. Okay, so never mind. They're already in home. So I guess they want to finish the game as early as possible because that is the basic strategy that I have told you in the drafting section. Like it's good to finish the game early. Like who wants to make it late whenever your opponent does have a Claude in his team, and also there's Alice. Alice can be devastating, especially with the damage, with the sustain that Alice has. So nobody wants to dare to face Alice and Claude in the late game, and this Claude is super ready with a Purify. So Void could be devastating anytime in the late game. So situation can be twisted anytime if they just hold the Nexus. At least the minimal thing that they could done, that is hold the Nexus. But I guess the stacked Granger has Incon won't let that happen so easily. So once again they will charge the base, and base will get locked, and the Violet Requiem once again, an Incon Yabi double kill in a hybrid this time, and triple kill. Way to get some more, but I guess the rest of the team will not let them happen, and the victory goes to Cockatiel Supremacy. I guess the sponsors are watching the game from their the party spot, and they're just so quite happy, and I guess you guys are happy by watching your team got the first victory against one of the best team of Nepal, that is Yama Esports. So things are getting like quite tricky for Nepal, and from the Bangladesh side things are just started very, very smoothly, so you guys can cheer it up. I just have the bravery, so
Yeah, that was
it's not the first game.
Okay, that was a very clean game for Cockatiel Supremacy. Yama Esports, they didn't have any chance from early to late game. Obviously, they had some picks for the later stage of the game, but looking at their lineup for the early phase of the game, they didn't have anything to to get away from the snowball coming up from Cockatiel Supremacy. They didn't have a lot of damage, and obviously, I guess the Hilda should have been picked earlier by Yama Sports, because Hilda, as compared to Khalid, yeah, Khalid have some sustainability because of his regeneration, but Hilda does too. But the Hilda she strays even the tanky jungles because of her for penetration stacks of second skill, the art of hunting.
Yeah, and beside all of this, like that, I would say they just failed to track jump perfectly to, like Incon Grandeur. So they just failed in the strategy to lock down their back laner, especially they didn't prioritize the goal laner. Somewhere, somehow, Incon get farmed enough, like hit it the minimal, the power spike of Sky Piercer, and that was a key for them. And every single time they were just lacking on, targeting the back laner. I mean, the Incon, so, like right now, they could see the consequences in their own bare eyes. So here we go. From the Cockatiel Supremacy side, that is Incon, the MVP, the most valuable player from their side, 93% kill team fight. Sorry, kill participation. He was everywhere. He was everywhere with his gun. That I say, son of a gun. 32% damage that he dealt in the team fight, and every single time, whenever he's in the fight, he secured the kill. And 4% damage he took, which was quite common. He's a marksman, so what else you could expect? He's not a tank at all. So in the meantime, so the build that you could see, so if you're willing to learn Grandeur and if you're just a big fan of Incon, then you guys could copy the build. So there's nothing fancy. There's a regular Sky Piercer combined with a Hunter Strike, and also there's a physical penetration coming off from the Malefic gun. Sorry, Malefic Rover, and to see Halberd to, like burn their HP regen, and also there is a Rose Gold Meteor, not exactly the Rose Gold Meteor, the subcore item of that. So it was able to give the shield to Incon and making sure that he won't die so easily. And in the other time, like Void was getting quite ready for his team, but his team was not enough to take it to the late game as far as possible and even fail to create some momentum for his Claude. Like we saw, like the first, he was the one who strike in the very first of the game. He and Incon, I mean Void and Incon, they have started the game very well, but in the end, everything just messed up for the Nepali side, and the favor has been taken down by the Cockatiel Supremacy.
Yeah, once again talking about itemization, the first itemization from logs, that was the Thunderbolt. I don't think that was the best idea while facing against Hilda. Hilda's base damage is very high during the early phase of the game. So, yeah, he could have opted for the Dreaded Armor early on, but yeah, that's what happened during the early phase of the game. Logs wasn't sustaining that much to say to keep the rest of the players safe on the jungles as well. While I think most of the tank junglers, they mostly go for the what was that, the glowing item of the cursed
Molten
helmet.
Essence.
Yeah,
Molten Essence.
moltenations, but I couldn't see any kind of moltenations being built up by Yahweh. So yeah, that might also be one of the reason that he wasn't being able to farm very quickly. But maybe that might not be the meta right now. His base damage could be enough to farm enough. But yeah, there were so many things that was a bit off from their team, like giving away the Hilda was one of the main thing. And yeah, after the game started, the itemization was also a little bit off, according to my perspective. So what are your thoughts? You can drop down it on the comment section. When they messed up, you can comment and let us know about that thing. Yeah, you can provide us your point of view in the comment section.
Yeah, obviously, like you guys could give your personal opinions and whatever you were just feeling. And yeah, like that was the first game, and there the victory is taken down by Cockatiel Supremacy. Bangladesh won, still Nepal is 0, but still there is a 6 more game to go. And let's see what they will bring in the next game. And I would like to see something out of the box. Like I would like to see something new out of the box, especially from the Nepali side, and also from the side of Cockatiel Supremacy. And I'm also expecting to see Harriet in a goal lane. Maybe Harriet got nerfed, if I'm not wrong. I'm not quite sure about that. But yeah, Incan was amazing. So I'm expecting to see Harriet in the goal lane. I'm just expecting that from Incan. So let's see what happened. Like who knows? This game could be a little bit more that we usually expect. So yeah, let's see what happened in this game. So no, I'm not gonna ask the same question that I asked you. So then, the last night, like, what is your favorite draft? What could be your favorite draft in your personal opinion? If I just ask you, will you answer me that? Like, is your team is playing in the Yama Esports. So, what's your thought about them? Especially, you saw the draft last time. So, what do you think? What their draft should be, especially in the the 5-man picking.
Okay, now I would like to talk about the last match's draft from Yama Sports. I think they were missing early game damage, due to which they couldn't, pull off the game towards the later stage of the game, where Claude could dish out the rest of the damage for the later stage of the game. Zaytian, she had some, the magic defense, so, sorry, some penetration on her um skill one, but yeah, obviously she isn't that kind of maze who could dish out a lot of damage. So yeah, I guess that what happened. And one of the thing is, obviously because of the weather, where a lot of players, even the viewers from Nepal, are having a hard time. Even this stream was delayed
Mm.
because of the internet problem. So I guess that is also one of the reason. Just it's there might be a lot more reasons too, maybe personal reasons too. Yeah, and obviously there is some reason. Main reason could be the drafts and the execution in the game.
Yeah, that could be like insurance, like kind of like All right, so we got a notice that we have to take a break, and we'll be right back after the break because there's some, like technical difficulties going on in the land. Sorry, not in the land of Dawn. I mean, there's some difficulties is going on, so we have to take a break. It will be like 5 or around 6 minutes, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And those who are watching, having a watch party, so keep discussing like what could be the strategy for, Yama Esports or maybe for Cockatiel Supremacy. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the short break.
This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring. Let the light of spring illuminate our path.
May all be blessed with a golden harvest. Fallen leaves on golden winds sing of autumn's arrival.
Though winter falls, we yearn for spring stirring, Florian and I.
Together, we'll brave winter's embrace.
by spring's light.
In the name of autumn.
Hidden blossoms.
Fruits of our labor.
This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring.
Welcome back again to Golden Hour Cup 2026. We had a short technical break, yeah, because there is, you know, the rain going on in lots of parts of Nepal, and yeah, obviously, uh, the players as well as viewers are having a hard time with the internet connectivity issue. But still, I hope everyone will watch this stream here, and if you are interested in giveaway, you can participate in giveaways where every day 5,000 worth of diamonds are given away on Facebook page of MLBB Nepal and MLBB Bangladesh. So you just have to switch to the stream of MLBB Nepal or MLBB Bangladesh Facebook page, like that stream, share the stream, and yeah, obviously mention your game ID and server ID. Once again, in Kashadex here, it's me, Sudan Rai, with Waka Mahmood from Bangladesh.
Thank you so much, Sudin, once again for the amazing intro. And we're back in the second game, and this game will be a little bit hard for Team Yama Esports because already they lost the first match. So some way or somehow they have to find a way to get victory against the Cockatiel Supremacy. So definitely Nepal will try to do that, and I'm also eagerly waiting to see something new out of the box, especially in the drafting and in the picking. So starting things up from the Yama Esports, so there is a Kalia has been banned out, and in the other hand, there is a Isan Shin, the regular Korean boy, has been banned out from the side of Cockatiel Supremacy. So yeah, like bans will be, except one or two bans, it will be like the regular bans. Yeah, here we go. Yamas started banning out the comfort picks of Kia, like banning out the Fanny. Even they could ban Lancelot, even Hayabusa. They have banned Hayabusa in the last game, so they're not letting any assassin open for Kia because like Nepal already know about their gameplays and the Yama Esports. Like they have studied a lot about Kia, so he could be devastating and he could be a complete mess for Team Nepal.
Yeah, he is really good indeed. But talking about the draft once again, okay, there's Guniver once again, another restrict ban against Kia. So yeah, he is really deadly against any players who he meets against himself. Cockatiel Supremacy, they have one last ban for the first phase of banning session here, so they can ban something like maybe Grok once another roamer, or they can go for some tanky jungler ban like Basha or even Fragrant, because I think Yama Sports, they are really comfortable with tanky junglers, as we haven't seen Yave that much in the jungle lane, just like who from Defame Wacker. There was a player from XP which you've been talking about.
Like you mean Osusaki?
Yeah, Suzuki. Yabe is similar kind of player. Like he is very versatile. By the way, he is an OG player from Nepal. He's been the coach. He's been manager of lots of team. But yeah, I haven't seen him in the jungle lane so often in the competitive scene. So I think that's the reason he is very comfortable with tanky junglers, but not a very few assassins.
Yeah, like so it happens sometimes. Like whenever you were just expecting some of your players to play a different role, you may expect something good, from them, but sometimes like it doesn't come up with the same way that you want. Like sometimes it get they get you into trouble. Like like personally, I don't want to talk about the defense side, but I must have to mention a few more things like that we have learned from their strategy and their game and their lineup. Like he was a complete EXP player, and he just forced him. I'm not gonna mention the force word because I don't know nothing about their squad and what's inside there going on in their team. But still, I don't feel that good. Like if you are a EXP player, then you better go for it. Go for it. If you're a pure jungle, then okay, just go for it. You don't have to move to EXP or even mage. I don't prefer that. All right, so keep this aside. Let's move on to the drafting section. So here we go. looks with a Freya, definitely he will swap it because they got the opportunity. So now they want to utilize it. The Valkyrie goddess, with the sword and shield, she could bash anyone and slice and dice anyone, especially in the gold lane nowadays, because Freya is getting played in the gold lane more than playing the EXP or even as a jungler. So yeah, you could count on the Valkyrie goddess from Sweden. Maybe he's from Denmark. I don't know. I don't know the origin. Maybe Sweden.
Okay.
Ooh, like the
That's
Sora.
interesting. The Valentina pick is quite interesting coming up from Cockatiel Supremacy. I mean, there isn't so much ultimates coming up from Yama Esports. Yeah, Valentina is very mobile. She has lots of damage, but she has quite a very short range. So I don't know
Mhm.
if when there were lots of mazes left open. Even when the first phase of the picking was about to end, they could have banned Valentina if they wanted to prevent it being picked from the side of Yama Sports. I don't understand about that Valentina pick. Maybe they are trying to pick something with Hughes ultimates after for fourth pick and fifth pick. That might be one of the reason, but okay, let's see how they will be performing with that Valentina.
Yeah, still, these three picks is not that much effective with the ultimate of the Hercules, but the last two pick will be a little bit tricky because the Yama Esports they are not a little bit conscious about the picking because they're not gonna pick anything that could there's ultimate could be a mess for this mess for themselves, especially that just got copied by Valentina. So definitely they're not gonna do that. So it could be a strategy for them. It could be a tricky strategy for them to not pick something like implosion, like Tigreal or even Minotaur's Fury, like Minotaur. So they won't go for this kind of heroes. And
Mhm.
so yeah, it could be a little bit of plus point for them, I think. But Valentina, I usually feel her ultimate is more effective than the real one that she just used to copy from someone else. And yeah, Win-Win and Void. I just want to see what will be their pick because still Sora, like Sora, um, Freya, or even Kimi's ultimate is not that much, worthy to copy. Still, I guess Hylos' ultimate is a little bit, I will say it will be good, but not that much. And Elise, Win-Win's Elise, the recent revamped ultimate, I guess. If Hercules could utilize it perfectly, then I think that he could figure it out some way.
Yeah, the Throne of Rain, it has some CC immunity as well as some slight CC against the players against them. So I guess the Throne of Ruin might be a great ultimate, as well as the Glorious Pathway coming up from Hylas could be one of the ultimate which yeah, Cockatiel Supremacy can copy with that Valentina. The last pick for Cockatiel Supremacy, that will be Yuzong. Most of the time Yuzong is that kind of hero which is picked
Mm.
in the very first pick, but this is getting interesting here. Cockatiel Supremacy, they have opted to pick him in the very last pick, is the very last pick. Okay, maybe it could be because of a bit slight nerf. The Sara damage have been toned down for Yuzong, so maybe that might be one of the reason. And yeah, we can see that they have lots of fighters in their team. They are lacking some range, they are lacking some damage, also damage too. I mean, yeah, Leomord has lots of damage, Yuzen has lots of damage, but the kind of trading damage is missing from the side of Cockatiel Supremacy, I would say.
Well, well, well. That being said, let's see which team has the last lap because one of them must have to fall because only one can win here in the land of Dawn. Golden Hour Cup 2026. Mobile Legend Bang Bang has started this tournament, and huge applause for them. Huge hats off for them for arranging this kind of tournament. Like we all expect this type of official tournament will happen for both nation, Bangladesh and Nepal. So yeah, okay. So starting things off with Sudin Roy.
Yeah, maybe we could already see some fights going on here. Soaring getting very low here by the poke damage from Win-Win. And also in the XP lane, okay, I wasn't expecting Yuzong getting that much poked by Elise in the very early phase of the game. Yeah, most of the time Yuzong, he needs to be at least level 3 to dominate the lane. So maybe that's what is happening here in the XP lane.
Yes, yes, yes. And Lux just trying to, get some sustain for his team. And here we go. Leo Mord, not with the level 4, and the fight has been taken. Revitalized and popped up to secure some HP. And the first blood is taken by Dash. Dash was amazing. Like, I do appreciate Yuzong pick. This is the reason. Okay, so Phantom Steed, Leo Mord landing the speed, but not enough. Alright, so Hercules might be in trouble. Kibi, Win-Win with the aim. And Hercules has been taken down by Win-Win as well in the meantime.
Yeah, that was a bad trade for Yama Esports. Obviously, Cockatiel Supremacy, they had a very great start here. They've got two player trade as well as they might be able to control the turtle pit here. And the top lane, Incon is facing a lot of damage by Void. Okay, he has been zoned out, but Yahweh, he's still eager to take that turtle. He's trying to go for the retribution battle where he is already one level behind, but there's the black dragon coming up from Dash. The turtle have been taken down by Kia. The fight might not continue anymore. Yeah, lots of players are going falling back, but Kia, he is interested to do some invasion on the jungle of Yama Esports.
Absolutely, and yes, and Hylos is not enough to soak up all this damage, especially the burst damage is coming from Leomor's first skill that we all know that got revamped, and the base damage is 200 plus if I'm not wrong. So yeah, the first skill of Leomor does hurt a lot, in the early to late game. And in Con once again in the mid lane, leaving his lane, and here we go, the Sustain Cloud, and there's a glorious pathway in the meantime. Oh my god, there's a double glorious pathway. That was quite ideal. Like you see, here lose huge chunk of his HP as Soarin and trouble not enough, and Kia took down Wun-Win in the meantime.
Yeah, Das, he is getting some fits here. He might be unstoppable if not stopped early on. Yeah, we all know if the Yuzong is fade during the early stage of the game, and he will be unstoppable, and we might be watching the same thing being happen in this game in the final stage of the game. Finals, the grand finals of Golden Hour Cup 2026.
Yes, it's all about Team Nepal versus Team Bangladesh, and the winner will get a huge amount of prize from Moonchun. So yeah, it will be a great opportunity for both nations, and someone has to lose the game, no worries, but still someone will get the second place. But forget about it. Both of these teams are eagerly waiting to get victory, especially if I talk about the Yama Esports. They might lose the first game, but still, few more games to go, and they will maneuver something against that Cockatiel Supremacy. Like, you have to bring something special whenever you were just facing one of the most dominating and diabolical team in Bangladesh. Alright, so Avenge of the Guardian for Hercules to save himself will get some damage, and in the meantime there's a glorious pathway from the both sides. Valentina as well. Here we go, the fight. The Valkyrie Goddess will charge very heavily. Sora will be in the fight also, but Hercules has been taken down in God with a Thunder Fist. Going to get some more Win-Win. This time is Kia got victimized by the hand of the Win-Win.
Okay, that was great save for Yahweh too. Looking at the replay once again, the glorious path with the fight. There's lots of things going on at the same time. Void, where he was completely trying to kite away the damage, and he was dishing out a lot of damage. Win was the one who was executing most of them. Maybe, yeah, we could see the typical kind of Kimi here who might build the Sky Piercer early on. I'm not sure if he has already built up the Sky Piercer for this game. Once again, the fight have been started here. Shifting skies to the Thunder form by Incon, but yeah, obviously the Thunder form damage hurts a lot. That is why Void is kind of stepping back. Okay, the Sky Piercer was the first item, so maybe 30 plus stacks or maybe 20 plus stacks could be it.
All right. So in the other hand, Warax versus the Corazon side. I mean, I'm talking about the Freya and comparing with the Incon. Incon is quite cool. Seems quite cool with the Warax, and in the other side, Corazon side, especially usually Freya players love to go for the Trinity after the recent revamp. Okay, so there is a 4-1 rotation is coming from the Cockatiel Supremacy type of synergy that they have, like quite impressive that I would say. I'm just so used to watching them with amazing strategies, especially whenever they used to play. I normally see there's a 4v1 rotation like, because you see, there was one Yuzhong in the bottom lane, and the top side they were rotating with the full 4 squad.
Now they are all rotating towards the turtle. This time Yama Esports, they want to contest that turtle. Even though they still have few, deficiency in the matter of that gold. And Khan is ready to zone out the players from the top side. There's once again the glorious pathway. Kia will be the one to secure the turtle. Wade is okay diving into nothing. Maybe Natalia. There's 1v4 situation going on to lock. He is getting completely melted by the players. That's Incon taking the kill. Incon is getting locked on 2. Win-win will secure, and once again another kill. AOZ being used defensively. Hercules might not be able to survive this as 3 of the players are constantly hitting against him.
All right, so there is a 7 kills from the Cockatiel Supremacy and Yama Esports. Now they're just, giving the competition, the hard competition against the Cockatiel. 8 kills in a row. Look at the instant replay once again. It was amazing fight. Like, the fight was completely taken by the Yama Esports. Like, I told you, like, they will figure out something against the Cockatiel Supremacy. And now they're just doing that very well. And, the proper strike from their side could be possible to like manipulate the snowball from their side. Like it was in the very first beginning, it was to the Cockatiel side. Now, if we could see that, then definitely it will take the favor of their side. Like the Yama Esports.
Yeah, and Yama Esports, they have already covered up with the goal difference here. They have already equated the goal amount against the Cockatiel Supremacy. So what could be expected here? Win-win with already 20 more stacks. It could be probably 47 stacks. So Cockatiel Supremacy, they have to be really careful about win-win. They must be prioritizing to kill win-win, I guess, at this situation, at this moment. And about the whole map control, Yama Sports is slowly getting the control of the map because they have been able to secure some turrets. Now they are trying to make the pressure on the top lane while they will be doing the lord dance on the bottom side of the map.
Absolutely, and this is the game that I expect every time whenever it's all about the Bangladesh and Nepal. Okay, so Sorain is putting a huge damage on the looks and willing to take a huge chunk of him. A glorious pathway from the both sides. The fight has been taken, and Freya, the Valkyrie goddess, is just trying to give a huge damage, striking hard. In the meantime, the Black Dragon from Yuzhong dash. Win-win just trying to provide some damage on the backlane, but not enough to secure himself from Kia. Will get some more, but unfortunately taken down by Yabi as well.
Yeah, Dash pretty low on HP. Void with Flicker, he will chase Dash down. That was a kill against Dash. Void versus Incon, that might be 1v2 situation. Ace Hybrid will be joining the fight. Incon, low on HP, will fall to the hands of Void. Hercules 2 is very low on HP. Yavi hitting with the Bird Surge, but okay, that was the first tier turret from mid lane being taken down by Yama Esports. Now they have the control on the Lord and they are winning some lanes too. So okay, Yama Esports, they are back on track for the game number 2.
Yeah, and like the way they're just playing right now and took the situation to their control, quite amazing. I told you they will figure out, they will figure out something, some strategy to, for them to against to apply to Cockatiel Supremacy, and definitely they're doing that. They're maneuvering something, especially like, yeah, you are just playing with the amazing team of Bangladesh, so yeah, let's go for it. And this is a competition that I do expect every single time. Whenever it's a big competition, I do expect this type of fight. Like, you know, games are getting hard right now.
Yeah, and Yama Sports once again trying to synchronize all of the lanes all together. Logs while he is just trying to give vision to his teammates. Four players, or maybe five of the players, are still on the mid lane side from Cockatiel Supremacy. With this lot, I don't think they'll be able to penetrate it up to the inhibitor rate from the mid lane. But yeah, they have managed to get very deep inside from the bottom side of the lane. Top lane is still fine for Cockatiel Supremacy, but it's still the map pressure is on Cockatiel Supremacy. They might be having hard time contesting the Lord against Yama Sports because of how deep Yama Sports have already penetrated into their base.
Absolutely, and not only that, but also they're just focusing on the neutral objective, secure the Lord and every single lane, and they almost took two towers from from the bottom lane, tier 1 and 2, and the goal difference between these two teams. Now that they're just three kills, 3,000 gold ahead than the Cockatiel Supremacy side. And okay, so the
Ooh,
started
yeah.
once again, and this
Low
time,
XP.
yeah, Evan
Yeah,
from the Guardian.
LG. As well, that's the okay, it's one of the rain stunning foot of the players of Cockatiel Supremacy. Achilles low on it, who will fall. Yabari with the kill against Sorin. That's last player standing in Khan will get chased down, and that's triple for Void and the complete wipe out from Yama Sports. Now, however, he is trying to flex that they have wiped out the players from Cockatiel Supremacy. Just one, and once again another wave of the minute, and they are locking onto the base. That's game number 2 being taken down by Yama Sports.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a hell of a good gameplay, and I told you in the second game they will try to figure out some strategy out of the box, and that is what they did. Like, they just completely uprooted Team Cockatiel Supremacy, and the victory goes to the Nepali side, 1-1. 1-1 from both side, and things are getting quite impressive right now. Like, one 1 point for Bangladesh and 1 point from Nepal. Things just are going, a little bit more cloudy here in the land of dawn. Thunderstorm could become any moment for any team.
Yeah, as the grand final should be,
Like this, yeah.
like this. The both of the teams are having like one each wins from both of the from their side. But okay, even in the land of dawn, I think there should be equality because both of the teams, they are getting ahead of them each other. And yeah, I would like to see the equation of the goal lead. Like I want to see both of the finalists being even in the goal and even in the map control, so that it will be very thrilling to see how they will play to get the victory.
Yeah, absolutely, and like we could see that like in the match cards, and but before that, let's look at the highlights, the match highlight between Yama Esports and Cockatiel Supremacy, and win-win literally just melted down everyone in the late game. Like they might not have any marksmen in the goal lane, but who cares if you're just counting Kimmy, and not only is amazing and you are just a damn fool, you also have to counter as a marksman, and that is what she does, play a multiple roles. So that was a very very big key point for them. Like, they just completely forget to like track down Kimi, especially she was the perfect backlaner who was providing the
Mhm.
backlane damage. And I guess she just died once or twice in this game, once with the hand of the Leomord, and I guess one with by the hand of the the dash, I mean the mighty Yuzong. But they just completely forget to isolate Kimi, and it's not like that. She was like quite playing safe and making a quite safe distance against the Kia and Dash. Like, whenever you were just playing Yuzhong, playing against Yuzhong, then you could easily get caught by his petrification. So
Mhm.
yeah, that being said, and here we go, the Volk. Okay, so I was supposed to say the MVP will take down by Kimi. I mean, win-win, but unfortunately, it is taken down by the Valkyrie goddess. That is Freya, 309 KDA with the decent build, the usual revamp build of Freya that people usually love to play with, and 23% damage he dealt, and 20% damage he took, and 75% kill participation. It was void from the goal lane, the Korean side. Like there's the endless battle, War Axe combined with the physical penetration, Malefic Roar. So, that is Freya. And here we go, the match result and the match card. So, Sudin, you want to say something, so like about the goal difference or something like that. So, I think it's quite open for you.
Yeah, the goal difference, I think it was on the hand of the team Supremacy for the early phase of the game, but then after the team Yama Sports, they grabbed onto it, they just went for the clean victory. But I was hoping for, the Ice Queen 1 coming up from Win-Win or any Kimi player after the recent patch, because Ice Queen 1 was bit buffed, I guess. And I was hoping for that classic Hylos with slow maze combination in this game, but that wasn't the case. Kimi, he wasn't going for the slowness, but he was going for the pure damage, the raw damage. Yeah, obviously there was Freya too. Who was void on the Freya? He was dishing out a lot of damage, but yeah, even the Kimi on mid lane, he was going for the raw damage. He was trying to be the hyper carry of this game. He was trying to dish
Yeah.
out the damage. He was trying to go for the kill. But even after all of that effort, because of two deaths, I guess he wasn't the MVP what Waka was expecting for this game.
Yeah, obviously, I was expecting him to be the MVP, the most valuable player, but unfortunately, it's taken down by the Valkyrie goddess as Freya. But like we saw the same scenario in the first game. Like the main hyper carry came from the marksman. Technically, Kim is also a marksman. And from the first game it was Incan, and the second game it is Win-Win. Who played the multi role. I mean like Kimi. So I was noticing something from the very early, like the way he was bursting out everyone with the like the basic attacks. uh that was like unbearable to take in the late game, and they were just a fail to lock him down in the late game that they should have be done from the quite earlier, but unfortunately that is like quite they're lacking. I mean, the Cockatiel supremacy. So that being said, I guess we will get a break or something like that. Maybe no, we'll not get a break. We'll directly moving on to our third game. So this game is also will be too uncertain to say well, which team will get their upper hand, but competitions are getting quite like quite impressive, and that is what we expect as a casters, like to entertain entertain you people with their voices and with our experiences. But in the meantime, that the game should be more interesting. The main part is usually get done by the players that they're playing right now in the field. So yeah, let's hope for another big game between Bangladesh and Nepal, Yama Esports versus Cockatiel Supremacy.
Yeah, this is the game number 3 of best of 7 series. Any either of the team have to win 3 more times to get the championship of Golden Hour Cup 2026. So let's see how the games will goes on by. Cockatiel Supremacy this time they are on the red blue side, and Yama Sports on the red side. Cockatiel Supremacy banning out some jungle heroes. That's Ishin being banned out, and Basha too, where Yama Sports they are banning out Freya. Okay, this time they are not on the blue side, so they are banning out Freya. Or else Yama Sports they would choose Freya. They would leave Freya open and choose Freya as their very first pick in any game that they could uh, have the chance to.
All right. So that being said, the Cockatiel Supremacy will have their first pick, and I'm expecting to see a Grog. Still, there's a lot of good options left. Like Sora could be a very good option for them. Even we just talk about some meta picks out of the box, and Sora is a very good option. Like Grok is quite open for their side, and like it could be maybe Yuzhong for Dash, and Dash is like so good with the Yuzhong, and that I guess we have witnessed in the very first game. I guess the first game, maybe not the second game. I never mind. I just forgot. Who cares? All right, so the ban from the side of Teams Cockatiel Supremacy, that is a Leo Mord. You know, like the way Leo Mord is just getting overhyped in the game, and soon Moonstone will quite get ready to nerf him a bit because his first skill is too unbearable, completely unbearable. You know, damage he dealt from the very first to very late, and the 200 plus damage is quite unbearable to take from the early in the early stages. Especially marksman and mage struggles a lot. Whenever a Leomord players come to secure the lead to wonder and just aimed you hard with the first kills, and you would just get locked with that, you could suffer. You could suffer. You could feel the pain. All right, so Kia with the Guinevere, the mistress of Violet Requiem, not Resident Evil Requiem.
Yeah, once again for the game number three, Cockatiel Supremacy is are opting for the first Guinevere pick. I guess that was the same for game number one. If I'm not wrong,
Mhm.
Yama Sports. Okay, they might be going for Grog because Grog is really great against Guinevere. Whenever she dives in,
Hmm.
they can
Exactly.
isolate Guinevere inside their territory to punish her, but that's not the case here from Yama Sports. Vanitina might pop up once again from Cockatiel Supremacy as they have already picked Vanitina for 2 games in a row. Yama Sports, they sold two of the heroes with huge ultimates, so why not Cockatiel
Yeah.
Supremacy? They might go for it.
Well. Yeah. So you said very well, and let's see, will they go for it? I mean, the Valentina, or they will just go for Grog. But I guess if they just go for Grog, then it will be a little bit safer for them. Especially whenever they're just playing Guinevere, and you just said, Guinevere's one of the major counter is a Grog, like with the wall. You can pass through that. It's quite hard. All right, so here we go. The carry with the 18%. I'm not quite sure. Like, if you just win 2 game, will it give you, a huge push, like 10%, like per game, 5%? I'm not quite sure about that. Like, every single win gets 5%. But Sudin is smiling. I know, like, what you are feeling. Let's see, will they fall on the curse, or the curse is just completely broken after the third place decider match? Who knows? And Sorin with the rain as the walking mountain of land of John. Like nobody dares to chase him. Like if you're chasing him, then you were just a dumb fool. You were chasing a Uranus in the EXP lane. And the good part is like we saw the first game, So in the first game, they just completely dominate the game with the help of the Uranus. Like Uranus was everywhere. Dash with Uranus, he invaded. He just secured his lane. He invaded for his team, put a perfect invasion, and like he was everywhere, took the damage for his team, played the role as a tank, as a perfect ESP. So yeah, I'm just getting a good vibe and being just positive whenever like good picks come up from their side. I mean the Cockatiel Supremacy, except that Hercules's uh, carry. I'm not quite sure about that. Still, I'm just a little bit concerned about this pick. Carry.
Yeah, obviously when there's high the maze with the greater range like Eve, Carrie might have a very bad time. She might struggle in this game in this composition, I would say. Yama Sports, they are banning out Vanitina. Obviously, Vanitina have been a very comfort pick for Cockatiel Supremacy. So that was a great choice for the ban. And with that, Zetian having banned out Cockatiel Supremacy, maybe they picked Gadgaza for a few times, but for this game they are banning out that Kotkasa by themselves. What will be their last ban for this game? Once again, another rumor, maybe like Grog is still open. That might be a good pick for them. While there is okay, that is also good because Hylos with the slow kind of maze is cherry on top. So you don't want to face a slow maze with Hylos paired with him.
All right, so from the side of Yama Esports, and Yabe is just quite ready with like the cute little Lilian as a jungler Joy. And I'm just feeling something, to have something for the Cockatiel Supremacy side. Like whenever there's a Lancelot, heroes like Joy, Lancelot, Hayabusa, then one thing that comes in my mind roams around in my head, that is having a Menesitar, the king of Myanmar, like the one of the most favorite picks of Myanmar. That is a Menesitar. So Menesitar could be a good option. That like just don't laugh on me because like Menesitar is a very big counter, but Yabe, like if you were just willing
Yeah.
to dash when you were assassin, then two big threat for you is one is the Menesitar, the second one is uh what is the name, that is Phobius. Yeah, so Phobius still not that much deadly after the revamp, like he could perform his bashes with certain limited amount of area, but still Minister is quite deadly with the Trinity. But I guess it's a competitive game. No one will go for it. But Dash with the Fursa and Incon with the Kalia, we will see a couple of swaps from their side. And yes, the swap will get done very soon. And in the other side, Yama Esports Claude with the 75% win rate. I mean, not for him, but also entire win rate that they're counting whenever the heroes get popped up in percentage. They use the GFX shows it means the 70% means like the whole tournament percentage, the winning percentage. So yeah, the void with the cloud, and there's a win-win. So already they took the counter. I just saw that.
Yeah, okay, that's the cloud. Obviously, there are some knock-up heroes as well as lock-up heroes like Kalea there, but yeah, that cloud with the Demon Undersword is a uh, a great answer against Uranus because Uranus was really the headache for Yama Sports during the game number one.
Well, well, well. So today we also have giveaway today, and that is 5,000 diamond. So all you have to do, just share the stream to your timeline and just spam your UID. If you're lucky enough, then you'll get some free diamonds just only watching and enjoying the game. It's a big opportunity for those who are hunting for some free diamonds. Not only that, there's a competition is going on, so you could cut some clips and just give a slight edit, and if it's good enough, and if you just get judged properly, then you might have a chance to win 10,000 plus diamond, I guess. Yeah, so the huge competition is going on. In the meantime, Win-Win might be in trouble, and huge chunk
Sorry.
is taken by Hercules. But first, Swarin is missing of his first skill. I guess there's no flame shot, and Win-Win was barely able to save himself.
Yeah, once again, another pokes coming up from Hercules. Hybrid is also highly poked right there on the XP lane. So all of the players are facing very hard time, and that's the first blood in the hand of Daz. He dived into the turret, I guess, because he took a lot of damage. And there is Yave with the electrifying bits, and he will secure a kill against against Daz, and he will take the trade in the XP lane.
Alright, so there's a catfight is going on also between Void and Incon, and in the EXP lane, nothing fancy is happening. Yabe is just trying to get some fur for him. And in the other hand, the turtle has been spawned in the land of John. Both teams is just quite eagerly waiting to take that, and Luke just trying to roam here and there, avoid Crystal in the meantime, but Kia didn't hesitate to put the retribution and secure the first turtle in the land of Dawn. Okay, so there, here we go, the Wild Requiem. Looks is taken down with electrifying bits. Swareen might fall, and in the meantime, Hercules has been taken down by Hybrid. So it was an equal threat for this team. Like, totally the team fight was, nicely taken by the Yama Esports, and GG start for them.
Yeah, nice trade. Both of the team with two each trade once again. Maybe another gang towards the top lane. Yave is going through the turret, electrifying beats, but the damage will not be connected against Incon. Incon will survive that gank. Maybe we might be able to see a gank or maybe invasion, but there's logs trying to give vision for the triple buff. Feather they strike win. Was just one hit away for get taken down. Yabe once again will enter the fight here. Sorin will get taken down. Hercules low on HP, but obviously Yabe is out of the skill, so he will not go for the chase against Hercules. And in the meantime, the purple buff have been invaded by Kia.
Soren is not having a very good time in this game. Seems like that, like to fit in the early 3 minutes, like he died twice, which is not good, which is not a very good sign, So here we go, the electrifying beds, and Hercules might be in trouble for the airstrike, but not enough to take someone down here in the far, to the Yama Esports. And I guess this game.
Oh, once again.
Like
Hybrid is going into the fight. Sorin, pretty low on SP, will survive that diving coming up from Hybrid, but for this turtle, Hybrid will not be having his shifting sky. So will they be having the Cockatiel Supremacy, will they be having an upper hand for this turtle?
Yeah, and also there's a one thing, like playing first against some assassins is quite a bit hard to play, and there's a reason why Soaring is suffering a bit in this game. He just whenever he's just willing to put a perfect feather airstrike, some way or somehow, like there is Yabi with the electrifying bits. This is what happens, Sudin. Whenever you're just playing some mages, like you just have to spam your skill by standing somewhere, there is a possible chance for you to get ganked so easily.
Alright, anyways, this time too, Cockatiel Supremacy is the one who will be starting the turtle dance here. Dash trying to zone out all of the players, but Lox is here, and once again electrifying base with the turtle being taken down by Kia. Yabe will not be able to survive. There's real one manipulation, but no one is being isolated there. Hybrid will be forced to fall back, but won't. He will be taken down by Sorin. Once again, win-win with low SP, Purify forced out, but that's not gonna help him. Void will be able to trade something out on the top lane, but that was a huge trade won by Cockatiel Supremacy.
They might lose the team fight, but in the meantime, Void just thought something else, and he just gave a push to the top lane, took down the TR1, and just keep farming to get some of his core item. Alright, so here we go. The magic damage is coming from Universe. Kia will give a huge charge and dash in the front lane to trying to soak up some damage, especially Void's damage is totally will be unbearable in the late game, but still, look at the damage coming from Void, and also there's a tectonic charge as Swareen again was the victor.
Yeah, meanwhile, Incon is trying to push the top lane. Tier 1 have been destroyed by Incon. Dash trying to zone out the player here. Yabe just trying to clear out the minion wave, while Void is also trying to push and trade the bottom lane. Tier 1 Logs giving up the vision against the player from the Cockatiel Supremacy. Nice tidal strike over there to stop Logs from dishing out some damage there.
Alright, so let's have a look on the itemization because 6 minutes passed in the land of dawn. Okay, so starting things off with Incon quite ready with his golden staff and trillium scores inside, way to make his trinity. And in the other side, Cloud is suffering a bit because this is quite a bit far than Incon. Like he's just only having the time with the DHS, the Demon Hunter Sword, way to make the cores inside, or maybe it could be like a golden stuffs. And Joy with the Genius One, and in the other hand, like a constant energy for Winnie.
Oh, but they strike
Okay,
once again. Locks is getting chased over there. Violet Requiem here, locking down Lock, but Lock is still surviving with the flicker. Dash is going in, but that's Incon who will secure the kill against Locks. Okay, the turtle might not be taken here. Once again, another special migration, but there's another knockup to disrupt that blazing duet. Okay, and Hercules with the flicker, he managed to take down Void, but he will be traded back. But still, that's a great win by the side of Cockatiel Supremacy. Once again, they have managed to get a better trade against Yama Esports.
and in the meantime, they got the opportunity, and without any competition, they will secure the third turtle, and that is taken by the Kia, the jungler from the Cockatiel Supremacy side. In the other side, I guess Yabi is planning for something, and he just clearing the lane and trying to take down the TR1, and Uranus will be there in the meantime. And I guess he just realized like going there isn't worthy enough because he won't be able to save the. Okay, somehow he just did that. Never mind.
Yeah, obviously. And now the third team, Cockatiel Supremacy, they are on the control of the map like Yama Sports had in the game number 2.
Mhm.
And Yama Sports, they might not be able to contest anymore. So let's see what will they be doing to get back to the game here. In con with another itemization, that's Demon Hunter Sword being built up. He was already 1200 worth of gold ahead against Void. Maybe it is more by now. Void with the golden staff built up here. Yavi is trying to defend the holy defense against Das with the electrifying beast, and we can't see any kind of damage against Das.
Yeah, absolutely. And now they're focusing on the top lane. Definitely will manage to take down the TR2 from the top side. And here Lugs will be there, and there will be a Tsunami Slam and the Feather Airstrike in the meantime combined with Sorin. And not enough damage with manipulation. Lugs has been taken down by Incon. Yabe taking down Kia.
Yeah,
So it was a
Das.
1-1 trade. That was a 1-1 trade from the both side. Fair fight.
Das, I guess that Uranus for Das should be banned, but maybe Void, he might be able to chip him down if his itemization gets completed, but it might be very late
Yeah.
when they have to wait for the item completion of Void. Okay, then we
Yeah,
can see
absolutely.
the third itemization, which is Corrosion Sight, is being built up. Yeah, after that slowness of Corrosion Sight and those attack speed stats, and obviously the attack stats from Corrosion Sight might be helpful for them. But will they be able to get up to that situation, up to that time stamp where they will be with Trinity item of Cloud? He might be needing more itemization. Is in con, he's already with few more items ahead than Void already.
Yeah, and absolutely, and I guess that they're just willing to take the Lord. I mean, the Cockatiel Supremacy, but it just got like resetted. And okay, so Dash is here. Luke's already trying to like just give a little bit poke with the huge size of his body, especially just trying to stay beside the wall because it gives Grok an extra shield. Alright, so Hercules also in the road to trying to get some vision for his team and eagerly waiting to target some of the back laner of the Yama Esports to give a perfect Tsunami Slam combined with the Sorin Spider Airstrike. Here we go, there with the Tectonic Charge, able to take down 2, and fight has been taken in cons to the kill of the Lux and Yabe in the meantime, and Wirwin took the revenge by seeking the kill of Incon. Might have some more. Void has been taking down Hybrid as well by Sorin. And now there was just one man left for the side of Yama Esport, and that's the sweet part of the Cockatiel Supremacy, and they just give a huge laugh. Like they just started the team fight perfectly, and executed the plan. Whenever Grog just charged them, it was just quite late for them to just get the situation, and it's already late. It was late for them.
Yeah, but by the way, Grok from Lock, he in fact missed out the tectonic charge against Incon. If he had landed that tectonic charge onto Incon, maybe they might have, maybe they might have won the fight. Who knows? The results could be different this time if that had been landed. Anyways, Cockatiel Supremacy, they're already with the Lord here in the land of Dawn. They're trying to, or maybe not. They are not actually trying to. Uh,
Okay,
okay,
so there's some
yeah, they were
no
just
recall
trying
time is
to.
coming. That is funny. All right, so the feather airstrike and win-win with the very low HP, just struggling a bit. And by the way, managed to save himself, and I guess they will try to finish it as early as possible. Blazing to it from the cloud, and Void tried to push some damage, but not enough. Hercules this time. Yabi, the jungler, has been taken down, and they will give a hell of a lot to the base. And Lux will go to the base to get some HP, and the base will get locked. And the Feather Airstrike in the meantime, trying to stash them away, zone them out. Minions are coming in the row, and Dash will take some damage, but here we go. The incon was. Wait a second, I was about to
Oh,
give
few
the,
more
that
minions.
waiting announcing.
Das is
And
logging to
that
the
is it.
base. Okay, that's it. That's the game number 3 taken down by Cockatiel Supremacy. That's 2 and 1 for now, but still the best of 7 series goes on by. Let's see. The next game will how will the next game goes on by. But yeah, that was the game number 3. Once again, another clean victory by Cockatiel Supremacy. They didn't fumble, they didn't have any kind of mistake once they grabbed that the gold difference, the gold um difference against Yama Esports. And yeah, that was the victory by Cockatiel Supremacy. They just need
Absolutely.
2 more win.
Absolutely, it was a fair victory for them. Like Cockatiel Supremacy, they have played very well, and maybe they have they have some disadvantage in this game, especially whenever they just picked up a kick, like Guinevere, and in the other hand there was a Grog that you say like is a pure counter of Guinevere. Like whenever there's a wall, you won't be able to put the CC, the crowd control, and it's just completely hard to play Guinevere against a Grog. But anyways, they just some way or somehow they manage to, you know create some momentum, still having a grok the opponent. But in the early stage, in the very early of the beginning of the game, like Soren suffered a lot, especially against the Yabi, who was playing assassin, like like unlimited dash, like almost it feels like unlimited dash for um, Joy. So it was quite hard for him to play the early game. But in the late, like usually first a player, what they just does in the late game, power spike hard with the damage of Feather Rare Stag. Even the CD is just quite low. You can spam whenever you just want. And the Violet Requiem was enough to take down this Quishu, especially the back lane. Though, as I mentioned, they had a lot of disadvantages. Like there was a two Purifies with Win-Win or even Void. So it was quite impossible to take them down, especially with the Violet Requiem. But some way or somehow, they just did it. But
Yeah.
they just tried to maneuver. I mean, the Yama Esports, their maneuvering was right. Wasn't that bad? Wasn't that bad? Why I'm saying bad? That was perfectly perfect. But like in the end, just things went wrong, and they just messed up. But they maneuvered it well.
Yeah, by the way, when they were drafting, I guess the Kalea pick for the last pick, that sends everything. Like 2 of the players from Yama Sports, they were forced to use that you know Purify. Even if they were had to use the Purify for Kalea, there's already Guinevere to knock them up once again, and that is what was happening in the land of down. And obviously, talking about Das with Uranus, he was being very annoying from the very first minute of the game. He was the one who secured the first kill against Hybrid, and he is the one who secured the MVP for the game number 3 here.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, and it was the MVP from the side of Team Cockatiel Supremacy, and that is their Uranus. So you guys could see the match card, and it is quite open for you guys. Like looks played very well, but I guess VOD wasn't enough in this game and played a little bit short against them. So you guys could see the results. Like he could need some more time to to build himself, and especially he was quite dependent with the lags. But it was like quite failing, but they have played very well, like it was a competitive game. So that's all about this game, and we'll go for a short break, and after that we'll be back with our fourth game. Still a lot more games to go, and still there's a lot of opportunities for them to to get hand against the Cockatiel Supremacy. So yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a very short break. Till then, take care. We'll be right back in a few minutes later.
This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring. Let the light of spring illuminate our path.
May all be blessed with a golden harvest. Fallen leaves on golden winds sing of autumn's arrival.
Though winter falls, we yearn for spring stirring, Florian and I.
Together, we'll brave winter's embrace.
By spring's light.
In the name of autumn.
Hidden blossoms.
Fruits of our labor.
This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring. Let the light of spring illuminate our path.
May all be blessed with a golden harvest. Fallen leaves on golden winds sing of autumn's arrival.
Though winter falls, we yearn for spring stirring, Florian and I.
Together, we'll brave winter's embrace.
By spring's light.
In the name of autumn.
Hidden blossoms.
Fruits of our labor.
All right, everyone, we are back again with the Golden Hour Cup 2026 powered by Mobile Legend Bang Bang. And yeah, it's a devastating final is going on between two friendly nation, that is Nepal versus Bangladesh. One of the most like we could say old rivalry, gentle rivalry between these two nations, and it's all about Team Yama Esports versus Cockatiel Supremacy. And there's a watch parties going on. I don't know like, that you guys are watching or not. Is there raining in Dhaka? I'm not quite sure about that, but still, you guys need to enjoy the game. You need to enjoy every bit of this game, especially I guess the sponsors are like arranging the watch parties, so you guys are enjoying very well, so I want you guys to enjoy more with the MLBB. It's all about the Golden Hour Cup 2026. And from Castle Desk, I'm here, Walker Mahmood, and with me from Nepal, Sudin Rai is here to cheer you guys up. Right now, we're moving on to the drafting section, which will be explained by Sudin.
Yeah, well, both of the teams have banned out two its heroes for now at the moment, and those will be Uranus, obviously. That's gonna be a restrict ban against Das because he's been performing really well with that Uranus in game number one and game number three as well. So yeah, obviously banning out that Uranus was very must must do tax for for Yama Sports. And okay, they are now taking away the hero, the comfort hero from Kia too. That's gonna be Guinevere being taken down by Yama Sports.
Yes, absolutely. And Guinevere is a high potential pick in this meta. Like players just love to play, especially if you're just willing to target the back lanes with the Valor Requiem. Then Guinevere could be a good option for you. Like it's Gwyn almost work as similar as an assassin because assassin targets the backliners and the squishy ones. Gwyn also does the same thing, like especially hide inside the bushes. Sometimes, after getting well farmed, Guinevere's first priority will be the squishy one, the backliners, marksman, or it could be mage. So yeah, Guinevere is a very good option as a jungler or even EXP or even some cases you could play Roam with the Guinevere and in the other side Kia with the Yi Shin and Sorin with the Elise and they just banned out Zushin, the Valkyrie goddess Freya, as long as with Basha as well in the meantime banned out from their side.
Yeah, and Cockatiel Supremacy, they are now going for a lease pick with Ishan Sin. Ishan Sin have been left open for this game. I think he was banned out for all of the three previous games. And yeah, obviously there might be two more games left here as this is the best of seven series. Let's see how these teams will score the games, rest of the games. Yama Sports with Yuzong once again another still pick. I would like to say, I mean, yeah, all of the players in this stage are uh, good with all of the heroes in their respective lanes, but uh, in previous game, game number 2, that was Dash with Yuzong. Obviously, he was also doing great. He was seizing down those back lanes, obviously, and Yama Sports there with Gary this time onward.
Yes, I guess the curse has been broken here, and all right. So in the other side, there's a Fursa once again, and I just do love for having Fursa as a mage. The back bursting damage of Fursa is too insane to take in the late
Mhm.
game, and also there's a Yabi with a carry hybrid, the Yuzhong, and still there's a one more ban to go from the Cockatiel Supremacy, two more to the Yama Esports. They could have go for jungler like this. I guess Sora is banned. Not okay. They could have go for still, there's a lot of options left. I guess Grok. Okay, so then Sora. I was assuming that, and also assumed Grok. Okay, so they have both banned that I assumed. That is Grok and Sora. That's a very good ban. Like now it's time for the last ban of the Yama Esports. So what it could be. So then, what do you think?
For the very last ban, okay,
Okay, so it's
they are already
Hilda.
revealing the ban that's gonna be Hilda, but it's still, if they are trying to go for assassin jungle, there's still Khalid left open. But Cockatiel Supremacy, they are going for highest peak for this game. All right. Anyways, Yama suppose they are probably going for. I mean, probably going for jungle with that Guinevere. So
Hmm.
yeah, Hilda would have been a great trade against Guinevere jungle there. And with the Hylos, with the glorious pathway, that will be very dangerous for a carry. There's already a lot of players who is eager to dive into her. There's the feather strike coming up from Farsa, and once again the glorious pathway, the instant slowness have been dropped down by Cockatiel Supremacy.
Yes, and win-win with the Zetian and the Void with the Kaja, the Master of the Divine Judgment. And it's good to, like, Kaja is good whenever you are just trying to isolate some of your back laners, especially with the flickers. And, like Kia and Hercules will have some tough time. They might have go through some tough time, especially against, the Voids. Kaja, because you can't escape his divine judgment. Like you could counter like Franco's Iron Hook or like Minasitar's first skill, the spear. But like you can't ignore the divine judgment. If you just get locked by that, then guess what? You are just getting slain for sure. And anyways, there's a Conway with a Soyo. Soyo's win rate is not that much good here in this tournament, like 38%. Just when are people just getting it, not just like doing the best with it. So yeah, yeah, it could be a very good pick. But still, I do suggest having Soyo as a jungler. So the both side has been done. The picking has been done from the both side, and let's see which team has the last laugh because it's a fourth game, and like the Yama Esports, they have to figure out something to get the victory against them, because otherwise it will be too more tough for them to take.
I think it's already tough looking at the draft coming up from Yama Esports. It's once again some kind of mixed type of composition coming up from them, but Cockatiel Supremacy, they have everything that they need to have to win the game. So this is the game number four. Game number four, obviously, between Yama Sports versus Cockatiel Supremacy. This is Golden Hour Cup 2026. You are watching grand finals between Nepali team Yama Sports and Bangladeshi team Cockatiel Supremacy. Best of 7 series where 2 wins have already been secured by Cockatiel Supremacy. So let's see who will be the one to win the game number 4.
Absolutely, and here we go. The Dash versus Hybrid. Already level 2 for Dash, and Hybrid is struggling to get the level 2. And okay, so Hercules took huge damage for win-win, and he just forced to take recall. And like it's a bad situation whenever you're just roam gets forcefully gets recall instead of like providing the vision, and like sometimes it creates difference in the early stage, like your squishy heroes might get slain by your absence. So yeah, like it's not like I'm gonna say that they're doing bad or something, but the early start of the Yama Esports is good, I guess.
All right, Hercules was trying to initiate a battle here, but Lux will maintain the distance. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, I guess that's Void, facing a hard time against Incon. While 1v1 situation between Dash and Hybrid, both of the players are sustaining a lot with their regeneration of HP, and that's the first turtle being spawned in the Land of Dawn.
But it's not good to mess the early phase with the Yuzhong, especially for his passive, and the regeneration of Yuzhong is far better than Elise. Elise is a pure late gamer, so it's better not to mess with him. All right, so Kia is already there, trying to take the crabs and just getting quite ready for the turtle, and Kajal looks already there also to get some vision for his team, and I guess they won't go for the turtle fight. I mean, seems like Kia is not, like don't have the intent to give a fight. Okay, so already there's a win-win with the damage is coming forward, the Phoenix Strike, and the first blood will taken down by Kia, and the secret Yabi and Hercules taken by, in the meantime, Hybrid this time secret kill of the Kia. Like it was a 2-1 trade from the Yama Esports versus Cockatiel Supremacy.
Yeah, both of the teams losing their jungle. That's a kidnap against Incon, and the kill once again getting secured by Win-Win. Win-Win with already 2 kills and 1 assist. Okay, he is having 100% teamfight participation at this moment. Maybe another fight will break out towards the turtle pit. We can see lots of players are interested in that turtle contest, obviously.
So I would like to mention a few more things. That is, like here, Void just forcefully, forcefully make him to take a recall, and that is a bad thing for YSS. Like if you're just forcing your gold laner to take recall, then not only you were just losing the lane for some times, but also you were just losing tons of gold. So it is a bad situation, and pressurizing in the gold lane is one of the most core objective of this game. So Incon took a recall once, so it could be a little bit troublesome for him. And okay, so the whole team, I mean, there is so I mean Hercules and Sorin will be there in the golden. No, I guess they're just putting some intent in the mid lane. And also there's a Kia, and Dash is also waiting in the bush will try to give a little bit assassination to Win-Win. But I'm not quite sure about that. Maybe they'll just focus to their lanes and to their objectives to taking the farm.
Okay, so early Hunter Strike being completed by Kia and Hybrid too. I mean, Hybrid is, most of the users don't usually go with the full Hunter Strike, right? But maybe they are comfortable this time on. They just go for the Fury Hammer and maybe towards the War X. And after that, if they are with the comfortable lead, they might go for Hunter Strike. Or if they are on the losing side, they might go for some defensive item. But maybe Yama Sports is very comfortable with that Yuzong. They are going for early Hunter Strike, or maybe it's because of the nerf of Warix, which happened a few patches ago.
Hmm. But still, Warx is still worthy enough for the
Yeah.
fighters and those whoever just play fighter. So yeah, still Warx is worthy enough for the fighters. Okay, so here we go. The slashes are coming from Soyo, but not enough to take down the mighty Black Dragon. While Requiem in the meantime might be in trouble, and yes, Kia has been taken down, and Hybrid as well for Dash. And okay, so the dogfight is coming on. Guinevere versus Elise, and Dash is taken down by Yabe.
Yeah, meanwhile, in the turtle pit, I guess both of the mid laner and roamers, they are trying to make the space for their junglers. They are trying to open up the vision before their junglers approaches the turtle pit there. But goldeners, they are not joining the fight. They are just trying to clear up the minion wave. Maybe we might be able to see Void. That's the glorious pathway. Yabe will be the one to secure the turtle, while Sorin is hitting lots of damage with those feather strike, and Incon will be the one to securing the kill against Lux.
Yeah, it could be his time, like securing a one kill while giving us some goals. All right, so I guess that there is a Hercules is here. Will try to isolate or maybe just try to gank carry like Void. All right, Guinevere trying to make some position, but no, not enough intent, because here Lux is just trying to willing to just take quite a few good vision for, especially trying to keep his eyes on Hylos. Like he don't want to lose his marksman, especially don't want to lose Void. Okay, so there's a dogfight is going on the top lane. Hybrid versus Alice. Like Dash.
Oh,
Oh, in the bot
we
lane,
might.
something is coming up.
Yeah, we are smelling some battle here.
Yeah,
Lux
yeah.
is taking out some boosts. Four of the players have already rotated to us. The bottom lane from Cockatiel Supremacy. Meanwhile, we can see Hybrid is cutting lane. There's the glorious pathway drop down against Lock. Lux will
Oh.
get ganked up here. They will not leave even if that's a roamer. We are gonna feast on him.
Yeah, that was a perfect position for Swarin. Like he just used his ultimate for like a safe distance. Like that is what the pro Forza player does. Like if you just make a bad position, then you might be in trouble, especially whenever there's a Yuzhong in your opponent and you were just casting your ultimate standing somewhere else. So whatever you do is a save somewhere, stand somewhere safe to cast the full potential of the Feather Airstrike. All right, so now there's like 4 kills and a 5 for the Yama Esports, almost quite same, looks same enough. Okay, so let's have a look on the itemization because it's only 7 minutes past.
Oh, but maybe a fight have weakened there. Feather Day Strike will be cancelled there with the Petrify once again. But Wings by Wings will be handy enough to make himself safe there. But still, we can see Hybrid roaming on the clouds. But Daz, he is still sustaining a lot. There's Locks getting melted away. And that's with the Wrath of the Phoenix. Sorry, that was the Throne of the Rain. In any of the game, if there's Elise and Zayton in the same game, I mistake the ultimate names for both of the picks.
Yeah, I also do that. Never mind, there's a lot of dances going on, but it will get reset, I guess. And here we go. Like the Hercules has been down. It will be a little bit troublesome for Team Cockatiel Supremacy to take down the situation against the Yama Esports. All right, so this might be in trouble. And here we go, dashing to the Lord. And in the meantime, Yabe has been taken down as well by Incon. That was a great team fight. Like you didn't lose your jungler, but still, somehow, the Lord is taken down by this Elise. I mean, Dash. I don't know. Like Like, was Yabe missing his retribution or something like that? Or maybe just he was it was in cooldown. I don't know. Like, I wasn't quite sure about that.
Yeah, anyways, the very first initiation from Logs, where he didn't get any kind of follow back, was the problem, I guess, where they messed up this turtle fight, sorry, Lord fight. Anyways, the Lord is marching from the bottom lane. We can see the pressure from top lane. Feather Strike once again getting cancelled here. Incon is trying for the flank from the mid lane. Tier 1 turret. Okay, top lane is being pushed by the minions. I guess Yama Esports is going to give away the tier 1 turret from the top lane. They are not taking any risks if there can be someone lurking inside the bushes.
Anyways, so here we go. The glorious pathway from Hercules. I guess they will try to put some damage here and the Valiant Quim. And Incon has been taking down Sorin as well in the meantime. And Dash might be in trouble. And yes, that is taken down by Void. The speedy light will was enough to take him down. Especially we all know carry player does very well against tanky heroes with the Sea Halberd and the DHS. So I'd like to see the itemization. So before that, let's have a look on the instant replay once again. Like there was an early glorious pathway which was quite unnecessary for Hylas, for Hercules, and there was a Wrath of the there was a like Phoenix Wrath and Sorin in the taken down by in the meantime like it was like Hercules was surely with a glorious pathway, and that was quite unnecessary. Like there is a reason of that, like they lose the team fight. So let's have a look on the itemization because we are lacking of it. It's been 10 minutes, 11 minutes. All right, so here we go. The Trinity for Void, and in the other side, YSS, Hunter Strike with the Endless Battle, and Sorin with the Magic Penetration is coming on from his side. That is a Divine Glaive and Glowing One, and Zetian with the Glowing One, and that is, what is the name of the item? I just forgot. Is it? No, it's not Concentrated Energy. Sorry.
Anyways,
What was it?
looking at the itemization, I think the Varix isn't any, core item for using anymore, Like, look at that. He is with Hunter Strike and he is going for the Queen Swing with the Trainer Armor. No any Varix to be seen here. So I guess that's not meta anymore, or maybe that's not core item for using anymore. Okay, some few pokes there, and he was getting chased. Some few resources have been burned out for Cockatiel Supremacy. There's Hybrid trying to make the pressure on towards the top lane, and maybe the Lord Dance have already been initiated by Cockatiel Supremacy.
Yes, and sorry, never mind. That was a lightning tertian. Okay, so the Lord Dance here in the riverside, Land of Dawn. The Phonic Strike is coming on for a win-win, just trying to push some damage. Already took a huge chunk of dash. Like maybe he's just playing mage, but that Magic Penetration does very well. Glorious Pathway. Yuzhong is quite restoring, is taking down. And once again, Dash might be in trouble, and he is like giving a hell of a chance to Kia. Might able to save himself, and a valid Requiem with the help of the wind. Okay, so the Winter Crown saves the day. That was a first-hand capability of Yabe. That was too insane. That was insane,
Yeah, obviously. Once again, another lockdown here against Hercules. Hercules will fall here. Hybrid going one-on-one against Kia. Kia is facing hard time facing against Hybrid. Obviously, an assassin, semi-assassin, and Fighter 2 will have hard time against Yuzong at any time.
Yes, absolutely. And here we go. Jin Kon just tried to clear the lane, but he just ended up losing another one. In the lane, and the lane is destroyed by carry. Okay, so Lauris are approaching from the mid lane. Definitely, it's it's a Lord. It's a Rage Lord, not over Rage Lord, but it's a Rage Lord, So they will just try to pressurize in the top lane because Incon is already there, and Hybrid, if he just managed to petrify Incon, then it will be like an easily gets slain by the petrification of the Yuzhong and the first and second skill combo. And then the mid lane, the whole team is just quite busy to take down the Lord. It won't be that easy. Look at the huge chunk is taken by the tower, by the Lord. The fight has been taken. Glorious Pathway by the rare strike for Sorin. Making the safe place, keeping the safe distance. Not gonna die this time.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kia is trying to be sneaky here towards the top lane. He's going for the split push, but he is getting chased.
Oh,
That's the Wrath of the Phoenix. His positioning have been revealed, but with lots of mobility, he is still trying to keep
no.
up with the pace. Kia is going
Ah.
for kill, even if he has to die, but he won't be able to secure any kill. There, he had been taken down.
Yeah, you know, like he was being a little bit sneaky right now because they just lose almost every single tier one and two from the both sides, especially just one. You know, like the one tier two is left. Once again, there's a fight. The glorious path away for Hercules, just trying to zone them out and just not letting them to give a touch to the mid lane because if they lose this one, then they might lose the access of the whole map.
Yeah, obviously. And there was nice utilization of the ultimates coming up from Cockatiel Supremacy, and the damage was commendable. Locks, he was getting melted. I mean, he lost his more than 50% of SP with just two strike of Feather
Mm,
Day Strike. Is
yeah.
he not um, with the with any kind of magical defense like Athena Shield or even the Radiant Armor?
Yeah, we have to check it out. Okay, so there's a Predator Strike once again. And there's a Phoenix Wrath, and this time Divine Judgment does the job very well. And this time, they look secure the kill of Swarin and Dash as well. In the meantime, has been taken down. They're outnumbering the situation. And once again, they just lose the fight. And 28, 6 seconds is left to respawn the Rage Lord in the land of Dawn, and I guess they will just go for the tier 2 of the top lane, and definitely will try for the mid one as well. Okay, so the
Oh,
whole
and
defense is taking down Divine Judgment, try to isolate Hercules, Valkyrie Climb once again, and Kia has been taken down, and in the meantime, the inhibitor of the mid lane and also, okay, so the mid and the top is gone. By the rare strike to clear the lane. Oh, never mind. They just done this job very well. You know, they did whatever they needed. They took three of them, and they just took down the inhibitors mid and top, and now they're just taking down the Rage Lord. Like it was a complete set of perfection.
yeah, obviously. And now Yama Esports, I don't think they'll be losing this game anymore, as they have already made a huge gap between them. They have already managed to take down lots of inhibitors. There's just the bottom lane ones that's left for Cockatiel Supremacy. Once again, looking at the itemization, okay, I think Yahweh, he's playing that Guinevere just to tank, just to initiate the battle and leave the damage for his teammates to deal. He's just going in, he's picking up some players with a violent requiem and just freezing himself. Now that the Lord is already inside the base of Cockatiel Supremacy, the fight has been started here. Void with one kill, he's looking for more.
Oh
Kia
no.
is still trying his base to defend the base. Feather Day Strike having initiated here. Once again, another violent requiem with the lockup against the player. Once again, another petrification towards the back lane. However, he is zoning out all of the players, but Soren is looking for that kill against Hybrid, but Hybrid with that sustainability will not fall here. He's driving into the base, but is still sustaining, and that's the game. Number
Ah,
4 taken down by Team Yama Sports.
that was a perfect perfection from the side of team Yama Esport. The Nepali team does very well, played very well in the fourth game, and now it is shoot from the both side. You know, the way they maneuvered the situation, it was totally amazing. Like a plausible, a complete hats off for the Nepali side. They have played very well, proven themselves why they are in the final. For the very first moment, I thought like the game will be, like took the favor from the side of team Cockatiel Supremacy, but everything just ended up very badly from their side. Collapse, especially in the very last moment, whenever they just lost their Isan Shen. I mean, in their marksman, I was having a very bad thought. Like I guess they won't survive this game, and like Hercules tried to buy some time for his team by executing that necessary glorious pathway whenever the Lord was approaching from the mid lane, but that wasn't enough. But still, in the very last moment, the fight they have gave to survive, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't far enough for them. Like the base has been locked, and like they just overcome the situation very well, like from the very first beginning. If we just see the statistic of this match and talk about the snowball, the early favor was in the side of the team Cockatiel Supremacy, but after that, after 3 or 4 moments, the situation is totally controlled by the Yama Esports side, and the very last moment it was complete in their favor, and the game was completely torn apart from their side. Like they just snatched it away, but in the very last moment, they just try to give a fight. But like what else you can do whenever your Nexus is all open? It was broadly open. There is no hands that I usually say. I usually, uh, say those inhibitor tower, the hands of the Nexus. So nothing else you could do in this very intense moment. But I guess I had to give a hats up to this carry. I mean, Void carry is doing very fine in the final.
Yeah, and in fact, Yama Sports they left the damage part to the carry. Yeah, that was also Hybrid who dealt a lot of damage in this game. But rest of the players, Lux, he is obviously the initiator. Yave, he was also playing with the full defense item, just one item wise the offensive. But that was also kind of the item for the cooldown reduction and yeah regeneration. That was the concentrated energy being built up by Yave. And obviously when he doesn't have lots of damage, yeah, he do have some damage, he have some penetration on his skill 1, but yeah, I don't think that was visible in any way here. He was just used to cancel out the feather strike of Farsa, I guess, from Sorin, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll go back to the MVP so that we could see who is the MVP, the most valuable player from the side of team. Okay, so here we go. From the side of the Yama Esports, that is a win-win. The most valuable player, the Zetian. He was amazing in this game. Like with Phoenix Wrath and the Phoenix Strike was hard enough to like digest his damage in the late game. So look at the setup, like he has the magical penetration to penetrate those magical armor, and also there is a lightning torsion to burst it out, the squishy ones, and there's also a holy crystal. Never mind. So this is one of the most expensive item for the
Yeah.
mages, and it just dealt a huge amount of magical burst damage. So that's it. Like it was too insane. Like Zetian played very well. He might not have that much kill in this game, but look at the assists. Like 19 assists. Like 2019. Like it reminds me 2019. Never mind.
Okay, anyways, that was game number 4. We are heading towards the game number 5. This is the best of 7 series, not the best of 5. So it's still, even if the game number 5 is has been lost, I mean, if any of the team will lose the game number 5, that's not gonna decide that who's gonna be the champion of Golden Hour Cup 2026. So yeah, things are going back and forth. Both of the teams are losing and winning, and I guess for this particular match, for this best of 7 series, the win rate for blue side is 100%, right, Walker? The team who is staying in the blue, they
Yeah.
are winning the game. So let's see if any of the team who will be placed in red side will win or not. I'm really curious about that. Let's see if there's any team who will break the curse of the red side.
Yeah. The first curse topic was all about carry. Now it comes to the positioning, like the blue side and red side. This is just getting completely hilarious, but like it does make sense. Like the blue side is always winning. So yeah, let's see. If we could see something new. Like if you're just from the red side, will you manage to pull out the victory against the blue side? And that is a question. So I'm so curious and excited as well. All right, so the drafting section, the quite tricky one, and like whenever the game is about Bangladesh and Nepal, this is the complete like usual scenarios. Like both of these teams sometime, like sometime Nepal win. If the first game is get win by Nepal, the second game definitely will be Bangladesh, then third game again Nepal, fourth game again Bangladesh. So this is a complete, like the a common scenario. Like I'm witnessing this since 2022, whenever the first international tournament happened in our region, like the AIT Annual Invitational Tournament, then MCB 1, 2, 3. I have seen a lot of matches. I guess Sudin also witnessed a lot of good matches between Bangladesh and Nepal's, and he was casting alongside with me for like more than two plus years, I guess. So yeah, it's a complete same scenarios and a common scenarios between Bangladesh and Nepal. It will be a super competitive, and that is what we casters expect every single time whenever we are in the desk. Like we expect competitive matches, full 100% competition. We don't usually like like one-sided situation and one-sided domination. And let's speak of the like the giveaways. Obviously it is very important because it keeps you alive in the game. শুকনো কথায় চিড়া ভেজে যেটাকে বলে। তো anyways, yeah, if you're just willing to watch the game, then you always expect something to have freely. And there is something for you guys. Like there's a free diamond, 5,000 diamonds giveaway. So all you have to do, share this stream publicly. I mean, it's your timeline, and like spam your UID. So yeah, I can see a lot of UIDs just keep spamming in the comment section. I do love that. So if you're lucky enough, then you will get the diamonds, free diamonds, and don't forget to mention friends. Let everyone see this amazing tournament, Golden Hour Cup 2026. It's a holy month. Let's pray for everyone. Let's enjoy the tournament. Today's final is all about Yama Esports versus Cockatiel Supremacy. I guess the birds will do fine in this game, and they will try to bring out something good against the Nepali Yama. It seems like like ghost or something in the logo. Sudin.
I don't actually know the meaning about Yama, by the way. I really ashamed to
Oh,
say about it. Maybe it is demon.
demons.
Yeah. Okay. So once again, Guinevere is left open, and she has been picked up by Cockatiel Supremacy. So what will Yama Sports? I mean, I've been requesting them to pick Grok since the game number one, even though they couldn't hear me. But yeah, Grok could be a really great pick against Guinevere, because even if she is paired up with the tanky build, she can initiate the battle, but with the isolation, no one could give up the follow up. So yeah, why not pick the Grok and isolate the Guinevere so that you can win the game? But no, they have got another idea. They are trying to go for the invasion against that Guinevere.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm just watching. Few more flags are coming on in the comment section, and yeah, if you just keep spamming the flags, if you're from Nepal, if you're from Bangladesh, then I will mention your name and I'll give you a shout out. That if you just properly support your favorite, I mean your favorite teams and your country, then I'll definitely give you a shout out, because I'm so quite get bored to see a lot of comment spams. Just support your favorite players. Sometimes you need to support the players. I know you were supporting your nation. If you're Nepal, then obviously you were so with Yama Esports, and Bangladeshi players are with Cockatiel Supremacy. But sometimes you need to cheer some players. It's esports. It's a gentleman games, and sometimes you need to encourage those players. I know after the game they will watch the stream, and if they see you supporting for them, they'll get over encouraged. Sometimes it could bring something good for you. So yes, comment down below your favorite players, spam your favorite flags, and if from Nepal, then Nepal, Bangladesh from Bangladesh, and don't forget to share the stream. All right, so Cockatiel Supremacy, that is a Kia with the Guinevere, Soarin with the Kalia, and Hercules with Yuzhong. Definitely we will see the swap here, because they're not gonna play. I guess it's Kia will definitely play the Guinevere, and Soarin not gonna play that, so they will have a swap. And in the other side, the Yama Esports, that is Yabi with the master of the barbell. Barbell just lend him some speed, the goddamn speed, to Yabe hybrid with the lady with the axe. And looks with the
Yeah.
Isanshin.
All right, we've been seeing Yisun Sin on the goal lane, but when left alone, Yisun Sin, they are not being able to scale their damage, So I guess Yama Sports, they should be looking forward to banning out some goal laners who are really good during the early game, and that was the Granger. The next, what could it be? Maybe Harriet, but maybe Harriet would be too much damage for Cockatiel Supremacy's lineup, But okay, Yama Sports, they are going for Farsa ban. That is also a good ban, by the way. She's been menaced for every game, each and every game. She is being a headache, You have to pick something to dive into Farsa to cancel out our alt, or else you are gone for good. Cockatiel Supremacy, the last ever ban from their side, could be another explainer. What are the good options for the explain?
All right, so you mean for the Yama Esports?
Yeah, Cockatiel Supremacy. What explainer could they ban against Yama Sports?
Well, right now they could have go for the okay. Sora is already banned out. Okay, so the Chi-Chi. Oh, they just already banned Chi-Chi. So before giving my opinion, they already banned out. All right, so it was a very good tricky ban because Chi-Chi is also could be a mess in the XP lane, especially because of his damage and like whenever it's all about pushing the lane, Chi-Chi is a very good option. Especially if you just lock down the tower with the skill 1, then it could easily burst out any tower with the first kill with a high fire rate. And here we go, the win-win with Zetian and Yama Esports. And last time they got victorious and they got MVP with Zetian. So it could be a plus point for them to have the Zetian back in the track once again. And I guess it's time for Void to um, secure the EXP. Well, they will definitely go for. There's a lot of good actions that, like I don't know why Ruby is coming inside my mind every time whenever I'm just missing something.
Yeah,
Ruby is
she
just
is good,
banging
by the
inside
way.
my. Yeah, yeah, he is. She
I
is good.
guess these kind of diving hero Ruby is good.
Mm,
I guess, but yeah, they might
absolutely.
also go for Uranus. Like how the pressure rising map pressure rising lineup they are onto Yama Sports. Maybe they can go for one and one extra hero who could keep the pressure on the map. And yeah, Cockatiel Supremacy, I wasn't expecting and Harry from their side, because there were already lots of magic damage heroes from their side, and now they are going for Harriet as their gold laner. Yeah, he is good. Lots of itemization for him has been recently buffed, so yeah, I was expecting some Harriet plays in this tournament after some itemization for him were buffed recently.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that being said, I guess they heard my voice, and now Incon will play Harriet, and I was expecting them to play Harriet. I was telling that from the very since beginning of the stream, like I am expecting to have a Harriet in the Cockatiel Supremacy side. I guess they heard me, and now they're just fulfilling my wish. All right. So in the other hand, Void, wait, the demonic master that is. Ooh. Phobius in the land of Dawn. So it's a
Okay.
very good tricky pick against completely a counterpart of Herod. Like you
Mhm.
want to use some dashes in the inside the Zaman Force. Guess what? You are getting you are getting bashed by your daddy, and that is phobias. All right,
Yeah.
so I want to make some viewers feel happy. So I told you like I'll give a giveaway. Sorry, not giveaway. I'll give some shout out to those players, I mean those viewers, those whoever will spam the flag of their country and will comment down below. So okay, so I'm just sharing few names. That is Sadia from Kona from Bangladesh. Definitely she's from Bangladesh. And here we go. Renti, I guess she's also from Bangladesh. They're spamming their flags, and I'm gonna do the same thing for Nepali players and Nepali viewers. If you love your nation, love your country, love these players, love this team, then comment right down below that you want a shout out or not. You must have to stay in the stream. Then I will definitely give a shout out to you. So shout out for Rinty and shout out for Kona. Thank you so much for commenting for your valuable comment and spamming the flag. All right, so let's get back to the match. Nothing fancy is happening. Leo Mod took down the Little
Oh.
Wonder. Hercules lost huge HPO.
Even Logs and Win-Win has lost lots of HP. They got poked somewhere in the map off camera, I guess. But yeah, no any first blood have been drained here in the land of Dawn. Anyways, what do you think about the lineups? That's overly magic dependent lineup from Cockatiel Supremacy. Will they be able to keep up or win this game? What do you say?
It will be a little bit tough to say because last time I gave my opinion and it just went wrong. It probably went wrong.
Yeah, most of the opinion from myself has been wrong. The game number 2, or maybe that was game number 3. Yama Sports. This is the last game I thought Yama Sports will be messing it up according to the lineup, but their strategy was completely different. They were just trying to, cancel out the ult of Farsa. They were trying to pick off Farsa, or if not Farsa, they were trying to pick off the marksman. Anyways, another fight here. Koim Hybrid will fall here, and the fight will continue. Yahweh is into the battle. To players with low HP will be able to survive, but maybe they might not be able to secure the turtle, as Kia was taken down and some few players are low on HP. So yeah, Yama Sports will be the one securing the first turtle of this game.
Absolutely, and the first turtle is taken down by Leo Mord, and that is a Kia, and one-on-one situation is going on in the land of Dawn, and here we go. Yisan Shin will try to put some damage on Incon, and here you go. The Phoenix Rod is coming up from Zetian, and a Kia in the meantime taking down Yabe. That was a clean one, and 2 kills in a row. Cockatiel Supremacy once again is, started to leading this game. All right, as I told you guys, I'm gonna give a shout out to Tawhidur Rahman for spamming the flag of Bangladesh, and also Turululu from Nepal. That's another name. Never mind. Okay, if you guys are happy, if you viewers are happy, then it's a big achievement for us as a caster. To everyone, and you guys are the one who keeps the game alive. You guys are so important. Love you guys.
Yeah, I guess there are very decent beers from Bangladesh, I guess, because they have their decent name in their YouTube channel, I guess. But in Nepal, there are a lot of viewers with that kind of name, with kind of funny names and kind of trolling name, or hating name for the teams too. I've seen some viewers who had the team or the players, and they just rename themselves for like that.
Exactly. So, 3 kills in a row. Very good early start from the Cockatiel Supremacy, and the goal difference is like 1k, which is not that much huge, but every single penny will get counted in the land of Dawn, especially from Walker. I do count every single,
Anyways, we might be able to see a fight in the mid lane, or maybe they are just trying to poke damage. They are just looking for an angle to pick off, or dive into the player backline. Void. Oh, the enhanced damage from Incon. That hurts a lot. Yeah, Void. He might be having trouble there, especially after Harith reached level 4. He will have to maintain the distance, or else he will be taken down. Once again, another fight. Hybrid has been jumping onto Dash there with the Infernal Pursuit, obviously. Hercules looking for an angle to pick up one of the player, but Lox is trying to go inside. Yaba will be the one to take down the turtle there. There's a Tsunami Slam, but Kia will be the one to fall. Hercules will get taken down too. Sorin with the flicker. He's getting chased by lots of players. They flicker out to save himself. Logs will survive, but so does Sorin, but he's getting chased down, or maybe just zoned out to take down the Tier 1 turret from the mid lane, but still Infernal Pursuit will come here by Hybrid, and he will take down Sorin. There's Incon getting towards the mid lane. The fight continues here while Hybrid falls. Logsy will get taken fight. And will
might be in trouble. And yes, he's taken down very nicely in the top lane. Void will log the base, but no, not enough. Kia with the Valid Prime is not ready yet, but the passive of the Guinevere hit very hard and taking down YSS. Like, that was insane. Never mind. So once again, Tawhidur Rahman, thank you so much for spamming the flag. And in the meantime, Tania Islam raise a flag for Bangladesh, and there's a lot more is coming on. Okay, let me spell the name once again. Aryan Alvi is also in the same page, spamming the flag of his country. Thank
Oh,
you so much,
maybe
all the
another fight in the
viewers.
top lane. Hercules, low on
Top lane.
SP, will fall to the hands of Lux. Zaman Force have been dropped down, but just to retreat from that chaotic situation. But Hybrid and Lux are trying. They are eager to chase the player down, but oh, they are not trying to force down the tier 1 turret from the top lane. They are not trying to cut down the minion wave. Maybe the damage is already scaled to the level that they could clear out the minion wave pretty fast. So yeah, there they are with the tier 1 turret being taken down from Cockatiel Supremacy.
Yes, and that being said, let's have a look on the itemization because 6 minutes passed here, and you see that very fast because fight will come on in the land of Dawn, and especially Luke Sims is quite ready to initiate a team fight, and yes, it is. Team fight has been initiated. Bashes are coming on. Phantom Streak by Leomord Yabe with the turtle. Once again, Valor Quim will come on, but not enough. Tsunami Slam with Valor Quim, and Hybrid is taken down. And Yuzhong, the Black Dragon, will land and create some mace here. And there we go, the Mountain Shocker in Con. Seek the turtle in the other side, being just a little bit sneaky here.
Lux pretty low on SP will survive though. Yahweh is getting chased, but maybe that will be the one who will fall. Hercules seems pretty low on SP, but yeah, obviously this fight will not continue anymore. Lots of players, but once again there's a Phantom Shield from Yahweh. He wants more kill against the player of Cockatiel Supremacy, but okay, that's all. That's all for this fight, and we can see the goal difference isn't that much. It is still equal, I would say.
Absolutely, and like still Yama Esports struggling a little bit, but I guess right now they're just taking the goal lead. Almost 22.6k goal that they have achieved. All right, there's something going on in the bot lane. Void took down the tower, especially the TR1, and will go for the 2, I guess. No, Mountain Shocker to clear the creeps, especially just eagerly waiting to get himself more farmed enough. And I guess here Incon is just still safe under the hand of Hercules, because there's still phobias out there to put you bash. All right, so they're taking Phoenix Run in the meantime, bursting down everyone. Leomar will be there, and here we go. Yuzhong Black Dragon will land in the land of Dawn, and look at the damages coming from Kia. Has been taken down by Lee Sanshin, and Dash took Hybrid as well. Double kill is in a row by Void, bursting down everyone with his bow and slashes with the sword that he has. And Lee Sanshin trying to get a good position, especially 2 heroes is taken down from the side of the Cockatiel Supremacy.
Oh, Final Shield once again. Win-Win will be the one to secure the kill. And that was instantaneous, and how is that possible? I mean, the damage from Yahweh, was that it? Was it the damage from Yahweh and Win-Win to take him down just in a fraction of second? That was unbelievable.
Yeah, I told you, like, the first skill got nicely revamped, and I'm so amazed with the first skill. Like, it was quite a null damage with the first skill before the revamp, and now Leomord is like completely dangerous with the first skill, especially if you just no need to be worried with your Burbill. Like, if you don't have your Burbill, then don't worry, you just have your sword. Like, you can work with that. You were just so okay with your sword. Alright, so Lord is approaching from the mid lane, and Log just will try to create here some momentum, especially, like they're just having a little bit good time right now. They're snowballing a bit, not that much enough, but I guess the Lord will take him down very nicely and took a huge chunk of TR2 in the mid lane and in top lane. Okay, so here we go, the ultimate of... So Win-Win is taking down Kia as well by Void, 2 kills in a row. Oh, from the both side, I guess the trade was equal.
Okay, Hercules taking the boost here. There's no any tsunami slam available to lock down Yavi here, but Yavi is dealing a lot of damage against Hercules. Hercules low on HP will might fall here from the hands of Yavi, and he's trying to poke some damage against Sorin as well. So maybe they are just focusing toward the holy defense at the moment so that they could finish the game with another Lord, which is coming to the land of dawn soon. Once again, another phantom is tiered just to clear those creeps from the jungle side of Cockatiel Supremacy.
Absolutely. And okay, so here is the name Soyog, Soyog Sakya from Nepal. Thank you so much. And in the meantime, there is Soku ML from Bangladesh. Thank you so much. Just keep the stream alive because it is essential. It is essential, and you guys are the one who keeps the stream alive. All right, so here we go. The itemization once again. Guinevere starting things up with a Kia. There's a concentrated energy. The Bruce Force best play, and in the other side, Yabe with the Hunter Strike combining the War Axe and Endless Battle, a completely damage based itemization from the Leo mode. If we talk about Harriet, like there is unlimited damage build is unlimited dash build is coming from Harriet. Like there is a Feather of Heaven, Trillium Scythe, Holy Crystals to burst down enemy with a high amount of magic damage, and in the other side, Isan Shin with the Hunter Strike, Blade of Despair, Endless Battle, just a quite similar build with the Void and Yabe. So that was the itemization. So right now the Cockatiel Supremacy, what they're lacking? They're lacking on their neutral objectives. So look at that. They just lost every single tier 1 and 2 in each line. Only the Nexus hand that is the inhabited towers is all left. So it could be a little bit troublesome for them to, overcome this situation. And the Yama Sports, they're just maneuvering it very well with their strategy. And once again, Lux with the slashes.
Oh, five of the players clumped up together there, but Lox is facing a lot of damage. That's a Petrify against him. In Con will be the one to secure the kill. Black Dragon form from Dash there, but then we can see two different fights on the land of dawn. Dash will be taken down here, but with the Dominant first, I don't think he'll be able to keep up with Hybrid. Hybrid is constantly jumping onto him with the Infernal Pursuit. Hercules with 2 bar SP, he will be able to survive, but without the Lord, I guess Yama Sports, they are targeting the base, or maybe they are just trying to destroy the inhibitor rate from the mid lane, and now they have the number advantage. They have that chance to take away the Lord and end this game very smoothly.
Absolutely, and I guess without any hesitation and any interruption, they will take the Lord. And yes, they did very nicely. No interruption, no invasion from the enemy side, and they took the Lord. All right, so here things are just getting a little bit tricky, and things are just going just off to their hand. I mean, the Cockatiel Supremacy side, everyone is just commenting like Yabe's Leo mode is so insane. So what you gonna say about that? Sudin, you might know him for a long time. Maybe you saw his gameplay because a lot of players and a lot of viewers is commenting down like Yabe's Leo mode is so insane.
Oh yeah, let's see if that's true, because the Phantom should have been popped up here in the land of dawn, and top lane is being targeted by Win. Lux trying to dive into Kia. That's the Black Dragon farm coming up from Dash. He's trying to zone out away the players from Yama Sports. That's the Violent Reclaim, locking down Lux where towards the back line Dash was going, but Dash will not survive anymore. Kia will be the next one to fall here. Once again, another Phantom is hit from Yavi. In Khan, Hercules will fall here to the hands of Yavi.
Oh, no.
Maybe he's going for Maniac, but he won't be able to, and that's the game. Number 5 taken down by the team Yama Sports. Yeah, that was game number 5 taken down by team Yama Sports. And once again, we could see a similar kind of pattern of game. If once the team secures the early game, then they are the one who will be winning the game. But I guess the question have been answered here. The team from the red side, now they are finally winning the game.
Yeah, now the situation got twisted, you know. That is what we were expecting. So yeah, it was a hell of a good gameplay from the side of Yama Esports. Like everyone was commenting like Yabe's Leo mode was so insane, and the way he just played is completely plausible. As a caster, I'm just becoming a very good fan of him. Like the way he played, amazing. Now Nepal is, leading the scoreboard, like three victories in a row, two for Bangladesh, and for the Cockatiel Supremacy side, they were having a very good moment in the early two games, and right now they're just facing few trouble, and little list of the match highlights once again. So here in the first highlight, the team fight is taken down by the Yama Esports side. That was a perfect like a Phoenix Rod from the Zetian, like win-win, doing whatever he need to do in the team fight, bursting down everyone. Even in the one game, he took MVP with the Kimi. Like Sudin, I could say he is the key player. If Nepal win this tournament, then I will say he will be the key player of the Yama side, because
Mhm.
in one game he took MVP. Even I'm just keeping my eyes on him, like the way he's playing mage. Maybe his role is in the
Yeah.
mid lane, cast your skill and then just go boom. But not only that, but in some corner, I'm just having feeling he's the one kind of carrying the game, and he's a kind of like an invisible hand, giving a good hyper carry to his team. Applause to
Yeah,
win-win.
obviously, and I think that is also because of overshadowed uh,
Hmm.
tendency of completely forgetting about maize. We are completely focused towards the golden right now in this meta, so somewhere unknowingly he is dishing out the damage a lot. In the last game we could see 25% of damage. Yeah, Zetian, she has very low base damage, but with I mean, she is being played with very burst able animation, like the Holy Crystal, and even the uh, what was that? Maybe the lighting fronts, and I guess I think I saw that build from Zayden, which is kind of unusual. But then the damage is being brought in by those automation. But okay, that's true, I guess. Yahweh, his Leo mode is insane in this game,
Yeah.
in this meta. Let's see if that will be banned in the game number 6 or not. But for this game, he's the MVP of this game. He even secured a triple kill. He was going for Savage too, if that was possible. But yeah, inside the base, that wasn't possible. Maybe that there was some slight chances. He tried his best but couldn't secure the maniac or savage for this game.
All right. So that being said, that was a first game. Sorry, that was a fifth game. I guess we will go for a break or something like that. Maybe if we just get reported from the streamer, then we could take a break and we could have a very short break. Then after that, we will come to our sixth game. And if Yamas Esports win this game, then it's all done. They will be the champion of Golden Hour Cup 2026 and powered by Mobile Legend, bang bang. So yeah, we'll take a very short break, and after that, we'll be back with our sixth game. Okay, so
Okay.
we will take a 1 minute break.
But okay, till then, I would like to give some shoutouts because Walker
Yeah,
has
yeah,
been
obviously.
giving away some
Yeah, go on.
shoutouts for the Bangladeshi players in Bangladesh stream from YouTube. So big shout out to Unox Live CR7, Sane Official, Mr. Dream Korea. Okay, but that's very unusual name, Mr. Dream. My Dream Korea -5. Okay, that's kind of how to explain, that's kind of our name to say Ganesh Roka, uh Mikey Official,
Hmm.
and yeah, everyone, Laprabai as well.
All right, all right, all right. Before going to the break, like, let me give the shout out from the Facebook. Like, I'm starting things up with আমি বাংলায় বলছি সোকো এমএল ধন্যবাদ আমার সাথে আছে কিন্তু সাদিয়া আফরিন কণা আমাদের সাথে আছে হচ্ছে ওকে আরো কি কি দেখতে পাচ্ছি দেখি একটু কমেন্ট পড়ে দিই কমেন্ট পড়লে ভালো লাগে সবার আই নো সবাই স্ট্রিমে থাকে অনেক আচ্ছা আর কার আচ্ছা তানিয়া ইসলামকে আমরা পেয়ে গেলাম আমরা হচ্ছে ওকে আচ্ছা এই নামগুলো আচ্ছা ওকে রোমান রোমান কিন্তু আছে আমাদের সাথে ধন্যবাদ সবাইকে আসলে স্ট্রিমে থাকতে হবে এইভাবে লাইক তোমরাই হচ্ছে স্ট্রিমকে অ্যালাইভ রাখো। So you guys are the key. So you must have to stay in the stream and not only just you guys are so good spamming your UIDs. কিছু সময় আসলে ফ্ল্যাগ স্প্যাম করাটা জরুরি। এটা আরো দেখতে সুন্দর লাগে। স্ট্রিমকে আরো আকর্ষণীয় করে তোলে। If you're from Nepal, then don't forget to shout out your players, and if you're Bangladesh, just go for the flag and mention your favorite player's name. Thank you so much. We'll be right back after 1 minute break.
This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring. Let the light of spring illuminate our path.
May all be blessed with a golden harvest. Fallen leaves on golden winds sing of autumn's arrival.
Though winter falls, we yearn for spring stirring, Florian and I.
Together, we'll brave winter's embrace.
By spring's light.
In the name of autumn.
Hidden blossoms.
Fruits of our labor.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our sixth game between Yama Esports versus Cockatiel Supremacy. And like the environment is just getting quite tricky for uh, Cockatiel Supremacy because they're on the first game, then the second game goes to the Yama side, and they just on the third game. And now the fourth and fifth game is a win by Team Yama Esports, and now this is the last game for Cockatiel Supremacy, and it will be their last final run. If somehow they lost the game, the victorious will be the Nepali side, the Nepali giant team that I would say that is Yama Esports, because we are getting a lot of applause for them, especially to Yabi. And personally, my favorite is the Win-Win's gameplay that I'm witnessing, from this tournament, from the very first of this tournament. Especially uh, you know, the streaming round. I was watching his gameplay. So my personal favorite is Win-Win, like the way he played and the way he is hyper carrying his whole team with his invisible hand. Maybe it's just quite not visible, except that like the Kimi match, except that Kimi match, he is doing his job perfectly. Like Sudin said, he just forget his role that like he has to cast the skills and go off back. No, he's just doing his job perfectly. He's just forgetting his role. He's a mage. And yeah, Yabe, we got a lot of applause to Yabe, especially his Leo mode. All right, so starting things up from the drafting section to the Yama Esports, and that is Uranus have been banned out from their side, and also there's a fan is banned out.
Yeah, and let's see if there will be such kind of respect ban or not against Cockatiel Supremacy. Just like you've said, Zaytian and Leomord, they were very unstoppable in previous games from Yama Sports. So yeah, those are the picks. Cockatiel Supremacy should be considering banning out. But yeah, uh, okay, leaving them, there are also some heroes that are obviously unstoppable, like Zushin and even Freya. So those have been banned out. Now they are banning away the Asian scene. So for the first pick, Yami Sports, what will they be picking? Will they be picking Sora or the um
Leo.
Leomord or even the Zaytian? But for the first pick, I don't think Zaytian is that viable. We haven't seen her being as the first ever pick that very often.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a possible chance to see a Leo Mord, even he's just doing very well. I mean, Leo Mord in these recent patches and in the recent in the recent meta. Oh, okay, so from the Yama side, there's a Guinevere secured by Lokes. Definitely, it will get swapped by Yabe if he's is willing to do the hyper stuff. But I'm not quite sure. But still, there's a there's an open slot for Zetian and Leo Mord for the Cockatiel Supremacy side. I'm not quite sure. Like Kia will put some intent to go for the Leo Mord, or maybe like they could have go for the Zetian. There's a lot of options in their hand. Even I guess that the Grok is open. Yeah, the Grok is open, so they could have go for Grok. Could be a very good option. Like so it is a very big counter suiting for looks.
Yeah, we've been saying that, but I don't think that's what they think, because we
Oh,
have never seen Grok against Guinevere, where Guinevere have already been played for 3 times in a row in this best of 7 series. Okay, now finally, when Basha was left open, the Basha will get picked up by Cockatiel Supremacy with Blood being paired up with him. I think Yama Sports they need something with the early potentiality in the golden like Ranger maybe uh so that they could snowball this game. Yeah, I think if they are going for tanky build for this game too, for the Guinevere, they should be needing something to dish out the damage in the gold lane and mid lane too. And yeah, that's what they are doing now. They are picking up Ranger with Lunox. They have already got hands on lots of damage, but maybe Cockatiel Supremacy they might be able to ban out some heroes which could disrupt this composition because they don't have that much of CC right now. And yeah, there's the invading Hilda from Cockatiel Supremacy.
Like things are now hitting differently because right now we're seeing there's a Lunox, so there's a reason why I said things are now hitting differently here in this draft. Like there's a Basha and there's a Hilda, so definitely if you are willing to counter this hero, so beside carry, Lunox could be a very good option. And there is no carry is a banned out from their side, Yama Esports side, so Linux could be the very very big and safe option for them if you're just willing to bursting out these kind of heroes like Bashas and um, Hilda. So I see something different in this game, and drafting is coming a little bit, different rather than the other games. And there's a Basha, they just let open Basha, and they didn't hesitate to Cockatiel Supremacy. They didn't hesitate to lock that Basha to their favor. And let's see, will it work to their strategy, or are they gonna fail like the fifth game, but they're not letting that happen because they have their own strategy, and I do believe in them. They will bring something new out of the box because their experience to do so, to handle this kind of tough situation. Like they've been in the final like more than I'm not gonna give an exact number, but I witnessed their gameplays. I mean, not this team, not this particular team, especially like there's few names like Dash, Hercules, Sorin, and last 1 year I saw Kia's gameplay very perfectly. I witnessed his gameplay. So uh, they have played more than tons of finals, and they're so used to handle this type of tough situation, and they have played against Nepal multiple times. So yeah, I guess they will figure something out in this game.
All right, all right. So that's the first pick for the second phase of Cockatiel Supremacy. They'll be opting for that Yuzong. Once again, Black Dragon will be invading those backlines of Yama Sports. But okay, for Yama Sports, they still need some explainer and one explainer and one roamer, but they can still flex that Guinevere towards the explain or even in the roaming position. So
Hmm.
Yama Sports, what will they be picking? Once again, maybe another Kaza, but that's not gonna help them during the auto phase when
Hmm.
the Hilda will be invading those jungles. So maybe Khalid could be one great option. Finally, we can see Rock coming up, but then there's the Martis in XP lane coming up from Yama
Oh.
Esports. So will they be doing good? So Cockatiel Supremacy, I think one best pick for them would be Kadita, or is there any? What do you think, Walker?
No, Kaida might not be the perfect fit for this strategy to their strategy and this draft. You have to counter draft your opponent. So Kadita
Mhm.
will be the best option. No, obviously, no, hell no. Kaida is not going to be the best option for them because whom do you gonna give the rough wave to? Like you're willing to give to Martis? No, there's a Martel Coil and Yabe definitely. He has the order. All right,
Mhm.
so here we are seeing a Kimi with a 67% win rate in this tournament, and I'm not quite sure. Like, are we about to see a Martis with, like with the Inspire? Like, I guess I have seen in one tournament in this meta, like there was a Martis in the EXP lane with the Inspire. I'm not quite sure about that, but let's see what is it. Okay, so no, that's not gonna happen. Martis is not with the Inspire, but instead of that, Martis will go for the Flicker. At least it will save him from the critical situation. All right, so there's a lot of good names that are coming on. They're spamming their flags and keep doing that, guys. I really
So
appreciate your hard
logs
effort.
with the Purify, Grok with Purify, is that the bug in the graphic?
I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
so.
that's it. That's it. That's the bug in the, or else that was
Oh my
totally
God.
wasted kind of
Yeah.
spell for Grok because he has his own CC immunity while he is using his skills nearby the wall. So why would he need the Purify?
Yes, exactly. Like I didn't notice that, but whenever you just say like Grok with Purify, I was like, wait, what the hell is going on? So it was a graphical flicker. whatever it is. So in the top lane, and here we go. Little Wonder will taken down by Kia, and yes, it is. And Win Win might be in trouble, but no, there's a crying emoji is coming on Win Win, like he was so sure, like he's gonna die.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
look at that.
Logs was forced to use his flicker there when he's also facing a lot of damage. Oh, yeah, but he just missed his special migration. He was maybe trying to jump over the wall, I guess, but he failed to do so. No, maybe no, maybe yes. Who knows?
Absolutely, and nothing fancy is happening here in the land of Dawn in the top lane, especially in hybrid versus Dash. Hey, this is a sixth game, and the winner, especially if the Yama Esports manage to get the win, then it's all done for Cockatiel. Supremacy, Mortal Coil is coming on for the Martis, but look at the passive of Yuzhong will get some regain against Martis, and Sorin will try to push some damage from the back lane, but not enough intent to initiate a fight for Hercules.
Yeah, meanwhile, on the bottom lane, I guess Void is facing some issues there. Nice final recoil against Dash, and that was the first blood to the hands of Yama's foes, and that was Hybrid who secured the kill. But okay, maybe they are trying to go for the trade back. Hercules was diving into Yave, this Kia with the Shield Unity, but Sorin will be the one zoning out all of the players. He's amazed, but he is zoning out those tanky players with his meds. Now we can see Locks is pretty low on HP. Nice spatial migration with the knock up there. Hybrid is going for the decimation. He secured a kill. He's looking for another. That's double for Hybrid. He's still eager to go for the triple, but there is no one to give assist to him. Logs is already low on HP. He's still going back. Petrification onto him, but he will fall to the hands of Dash, and Yave will trade the kill back to Dash.
Yeah, like that was too greedy for I'm gonna say for Dash. Like he just took the kill of the roamer and he gave a kill to himself. Like he just sacrificed himself for just a one kill, and that is not that much worthy enough. Okay, so Hercules is Miyabe. Once again, they might lose some HP. I mean, Hercules is taking down Kia. Like they're in the full form. I don't know what's wrong with triple kill with the decimation. Got reset and going for the top one. And Dash might be in trouble, but no.
Yeah, that's using. You have to be careful, buddy. You might not be able to get the maniac while there's using on the XP lane. Once again, looking at the replay, we can see here Yabe was, taken down there, but then the revenge will be secured by Hybrid. That's double with the decimation, and with Flicker with his Frost skill, he managed to secure another. Okay, Void and Win-Win is getting saved. Maybe they were trying to gank onto Incon because, yeah, obviously Void was having hard time against Incon. But then we can see Incon is very, very comfortable there. So they have to be careful about Incon because he is looking unstoppable at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go. Martis might be in trouble, and it is like Hercules was there, and they were so desperate to kill him down, to give him shutdown. Okay, so Void will try to flex his Death Sonata. I don't know why the hell Incon is still waiting there against a Void. Like one single Death Sonata will be all enough to take him down. And like his team is already quite far behind in this Yama side. So just don't stay there. Okay, so here we go. The Val Requiem putting some damage, but not enough to take down Dash.
Dash low on HP. But okay, that's fine if he is low because his teammates have already taken care of the turtle. That's second turtle for this game. Yabe with first ever itemization. That's the concentrated energy. He will have some obviously regeneration and cooldown reduction. Now he might be going for for more defensive itemization because we can already see that there are two ADC who could dish out the damage. They are going into that ADC. Word is getting taken down. Hercules with low HP will survive. And yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yama Esports, they have to be careful about that golden because Void isn't having a great time against Incon. He's already with one kill, and I guess there's already huge goal difference. Maybe not much, as both of the players seem to be on level 7 right now.
Exactly. So here, let's have a look on the itemization because it's the early phase. Then we won't be able to see in the late game. All right. So here, Void with the Hunter Strike, and in the other side, Claude with the DHS, Concentrated Energy from Guinevere for Yabe, and in the other side, still Kia is suffering a bit with this, like course of build of some item, Dreadnought armor. Here we go. Like Swarin, try to put some damage from the back lane. The ultimate is coming on. Those might be in trouble. If you just get aim, then it will be all done. But Valid require him. And Yabe is taken down by Kia.
Oh, when way low on SP might fall. There's the blazing duet, but with that low SP, he will not be able to survive. Purification will come handy as Das was using that petrification. But oh, I guess there was no one with the purification from Yama Esports. But then Hybrid inside the turret will fall here, so Win will too. By win-win. Das is still looking for the dive into the turret, but okay, with that low SP, I don't think that's a good idea to diving into the turret. So that's the fight being concluded. Cockatiel, Supremacy, Yama Sports, both of the teams are falling back right now, and they are preparing for the turtle number 3 in the Land of Dawn.
Alright, so Cockatiel might not be happy with the gameplay, and Valid Requiem once again will take a huge chunk of Kia, and it is like slain nicely, but Yabe blazing duet, not enough damage. Just try to give a little bit poke, and here we go. Martis will try to get Hercules because he was almost out of his HP, and like perfect decimation with a low HP is all enough to take him down. And I guess there will be a turtle dance, but there's a Hercules in con, and Dash is here. But Kimi is just trying to clear the mid lane and just waiting to get farmed enough to carry their team to the late game because they have the late game potential. Like Incon, alright, so I was about to applause Incon, but in the meantime, he was taken down by Win-Win.
Yeah, and maybe they might have the control to the turtle here, but it's still Cockatiel Supremacy. They are trying to contest the turtle while being outnumbered against Yama Sports. There's the Black Dragon form coming up from Das. The Traction Pulse will miss here, and the Tectonic Charge will knock up some players, but not so quick follow-up coming up from Yama Sports. That's the turtle being taken down by Yama Sports, and all of the players from both sides are retreating with no any continuous fight.
Soaring is having a little bit tough time here in this game. Like he died 3 times, and like he's the one who died I guess more than the other teammates. Like okay, so not only that, but also the Yama Esports taking down the neutral objective, which was like very nice. All right, so here Logs soaking up the damage. So Ryan still struggling a bit to hit the power spike with the Sky Piercer and the like core damage build of Kimi. So there was the ultimate to check the bushes. Okay, all right. So did he just stole the blue buff? Okay, no, never mind.
Oh, once again, I don't think that was good idea to dive into the boost while he was all alone. All of the players were already very far away from Cockatiel Supremacy, so that's the Hercules being taken down. But being a roamer is Hilda. He has 5 kills. Okay, that's very impressive. Once again, another isolation coming up against him. That's nice knockup with the Violent Requiem follow up, and Kia will be another victim from Cockatiel Supremacy. Black Dragon form has been popped up. Okay, that's very high cooldown skill to be used up without any fight, so that might be costly for Cockatiel Supremacy.
And they're also just mocking very nicely. I mean, the Yama Esports are spamming down the recalls, and the viewers is commenting below that there was a nice recall. So yeah, okay, so Valid Requiem put this aside, and the Yuzong is taking down Dash, was the victim of Yabe, like a perfect Valid Requiem, and he's just targeting the heavy one.
Tectonic Charge once again against Hercules. Hercules will fall to the hands of Void, soaring pretty low on SP with no mana left, he says without any energy left there. So I don't think Cockatiel Supremacy will be contesting this Lord now. But then they are trying to fade on the top lane there with Nikon. Once again, another fight by Requiem against Kia. Kia will fall here, but okay, for the
Oh
top lane
no.
tier 2 turret, they might be able to take down tier 2 turret from the mid lane. Sorin lone SP, look at the damage from this Sonata. Just one hit and Sorin is
You know
losing
what?
one bar of HP.
You know what, Sudin? I guess they're just losing their, they're just losing their will. They are losing their will because, they just completely playing on their mind. I mean, Yama Esports is controlling their mind. Feels like they're just mocking to them, and like they're just losing their rhythm. I mean, they're just losing their confidence as well, and they just complete the Yama team completely mocking out of it. Like it could be a great strategy, to break down your opponent, break down their will, break their confidence in this type of situation. It could be a strategic point out for them.
Oh, once again, another tectonic charge. There's a violent requiem follow up.
Uh,
Dash will fall to the hands of 5 Raid. Kia with low HP will survive, but there are still some minion waves. Once again, another
no.
special migration to knock up Hercules, and Void will take care of him. 3 players to defend the Lord. Another stance coming up there with the Blazing Duet, but still Win-Win will be the one to burst down
This is the end.
that in Khan. And I guess this is the end, obviously, with some Rickles. They are trying to end this game with a very peaceful manner. That's the game number 5, taken down by Yama Esports, and they are the one who will pick up the trophy of Golden Hour Cup 2026.
Absolutely, and it was a hell of a good tournament and a hell of a big match between the Nepalese and Yama Esports. Congratulations to them. I was just saying they just completely break down their will, and I was watching their game. I was watching their game very carefully. The thing that I have noticed very carefully, that they were losing their will and they were losing their confidence. Like in that case, I saw them. They were literally bullying them out, mocking them out with those recalls, and it was a perfect gameplay. I guess it is the strategy. Not only you have to play well in the field, but also you have to work with your opponent's mind. You have to play mind game to with your opponents, and that is also a strategy. I do appreciate their tactics they have played to the like the Bangladeshi team. I mean the Cockatiel Supremacy. Personally, I do respect the strategy. Hats off for them. Thank you.
Yeah, and well, also the thing is the how the way the team Yama Sports adapted towards drafting of Cockatiel Supremacy. During the first 2 games, Cockatiel Supremacy were looking very unstoppable, but then after they started banning out some comfort heroes, and they started picking up some counter heroes. We can see Yama Sports, they have adapted very quickly, and
Mm.
this was the replay of recent game. Well, first of all, there was a very early snowball coming out from Martis, and obviously with that snowball there was no any way of coming back to this game.
Like they just completely studied their strategy, like the 2 game. Now I'm just feeling right now that the 2 game they have lost just because to understand them well, to understand their strategy, to understand their mind, to understand their picks and strategies and all to the drafts. And I guess Yama deserves more. Like they just completely win 3 games in a
Mhm.
row, but like like they just nothing happened to them. Like I was like, first I was feeling like everything was going so smooth, and like everything just ended up so badly for the Bangladeshi side. It feels like they just beat them with their complete mind game. Like they were just completely broken. The last few minutes. I mean, why the hell that I'm saying like last few minutes or the last few moments? Like the very first beginning of the last 2 games was completely dominated by the Yama Esports. Like congratulations to them once again, the most valuable players, and that is Yabi, who was a jungler of the Yama Esports side. Tons of applause. You know, a lot of viewers and players were saying like Yabe is perfect with as a jungler and use Leomord is quite insane. So here we go. He played Guinevere with a decent build, nothing fancy. There was a concentrated energy, Winter Crown, and brute force best played. And there is a shoe which will reduce his CD, the cooldown reduction of the valid requiem, and 20% damage he dealt. Kill percentage is to 85%. Like totally in one word, amazing. Amazing gameplay.
Yeah, the way they played, that was really great. Here we can see, uh, yeah, obviously there was one-sided game due to the
Hmm,
snowball from hybrid, and
obviously.
we could even see two Skypiercer in the same team in the grand finals match of grand finals game. That was insane. That was I don't think anyone expected two Skypiercer being built in the same team at the grand finals.
Whatever that is, so then whatever the build is, like the win does matter. And personally, I'm not quite happy with the strategy. I'm not quite happy with the strategy of the Cockatiel Supremacy. I was expecting a little bit more. In the last two game, it completely felt like they were getting dominated. They were getting perfectly dominated by the Yama Esports side. The first two game was a complete study game. That is the thing that I do believe right now. Hats off for them. The Yama Esports. Once again, they have proven themselves the how good they are. The Nepali giant, once again, in the big stage. Like Golden Hour Cup 2026. And the victory goes to the Nepali giant, Yama Esports.
All right, congratulations to the team Yama Esports for once again getting or bringing the cup to us Nepal. This might be two times in a row where this type of events have happened for the online, online stage, because yeah, they have been some tournaments between Nepal and Bangladesh which have been the LAN events. So yeah, okay, they should be feeling proud that, yeah, even though the esports scene in Nepal isn't quite stable right now, but it's still with some players being brought up together, they managed to win a huge tournament like this Golden Hour Cup 2026.
Still being under the unstable situation, Nepal once again proved themselves how good they are in the MLBB. And that is the thing that does matter. Like the situation is unstable, but like they are just improving. And every time, every single time, they're just proving themselves how good they are. Even in the very first day of our stream, I asked you some question and you answered me. Like there's a more good players now. They're focusing in something else, some other tournaments, but they're not well. But in just one word, like the way you said, it feels like Nepal is kind of like a playing with the B team, but still with the B team, Nepal maneuvered the situation and they played very well. Like if it is the B team, it plays perfectly in one word. Not only they're just perfect in their strategic way, into the in their joystick, whatever, they also could play with their opponent's mind. And that is what I felt in the last two games. Completely shattered Cockatiel Esports, sorry, Supremacy, in millions of pieces. And it was completely unbearable for them to take the Yama Esports. Like they just failed to take them in the last three games.
Yeah, anyway, that was the Golden Hour Cup 2026 being wrapped up for now. You may still be able to participate in the giveaways, which is being hosted in the live stream. You can share the stream, you can like the stream, and drop down the user ID and game ID, server ID in the comment section. Meanwhile, you can even participate in some contests going on in Facebook page of MLBB Bangladesh and MLBB Nepal. Where you might be able to be the winner of the huge prize pool of 10,000 and 15,000 diamonds. And yeah, keep supporting the MLBB esports in South Asia whenever it is there. I hope everyone will join, everyone will like the stream, share the stream, and yeah, increase the engagement, because your engagement is all that matters to Moonton to give the slot to South Asian region, I guess, because yeah, if they are giving away the slot, they need something back in return, So yeah, keep on supporting, even if there are flaws in the teams, the players, the management team, obviously, like the casters. I mean, I'm not very good with the English casting, so I'm really sorry if I've hurt your ears during this whole tournament. But yeah, I'll try to improve. But yeah, we will surely need your support in order to do that.
Well, that being said, thank you so much to everyone, those who ever work behind the back screen, behind the backstage. Thank you so much to the streamers, and thank you so much to the referees and those whoever work behind and make this tournament perfectly helped to execute a perfect tournament like this Golden Hour Cup 2026. And also thank you so much to Munchen for bringing this kind of tournament. And what he said, I mean, Sulin Rai said, like, keep supporting this type of tournaments, and let's give something to Munchen. In exchange, we will get something better in our Southeast Asia, even like in Bangladesh, in Nepal. So yeah, that being said, that's all from my side. And once again, before signing out, I would say congratulations to Yama Esports for proving themselves how good they are. They have played a lot of games in this tournament, and they are worthy enough to get the crown to their head.
All right, we will be wrapping up the tournament for now. So we will like to ask the permission to leave the stream from you guys. So yeah, we'll be taking a leave. We will meet again in another tournament. So keep on supporting MLBB Sports, whichever tournament it is, if even if it's official tournament or even if it's a small tournament, everything matters. So keep on supporting. We'll be back with another tournament. Good night.
Signing out from my side. Thank you so much. So long, everyone. Good night.
This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring. Let the light of spring illuminate our path.
May all be blessed with a golden harvest. Fallen leaves on golden winds sing of autumn's arrival.
Though winter falls, we yearn for spring stirring, Florian and I.
Together, we'll brave winter's embrace.